world's largest motorcycle event, Daytona Bike Week. Bikes, beaches, and the 2024 American Flat Track season opener. The Progressive American Flat Track season opener. A doubleheader at Daytona International Speedway Short Track during Daytona Bike Week.
Most of the energy lost through your walls is through your uninsulated studs. Cedar Board's insulated siding from CertainTeed can save you money on energy costs and increase the value of your home. A sustainable green building product, Cedar Board's double 6-inch panel contains 60% recycled content, and all panels are Energy Star rated. Cedar Board's flat, even face, and natural cedar texture create the look of milled, wide board wood siding. Cedar Boards, the perfect balance of beauty and performance.
The open road. To those who understand what it offers, it's a call that has to be answered. What lies ahead? Who knows? It's in our nature to explore the possibilities and embrace the unknown. We round the corners of the journey, ready to take in the full beauty of what we see. We travel the same road, knowing the unexpected may occur. When you need us, we'll be there with the strength and experience that makes us who we are. The Law Tigers. If you're injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS, America's motorcycle lawyers.
Most of the energy lost through walls is through uninsulated studs. CertainTeed Cedar Board's insulated siding can save money on energy costs and increase your home's value. Cedar Board's insulated siding, the perfect balance of beauty and performance.
It's not what we ride that defines us. It's what happens along the way. We may not know where the ride will take us, but one thing's for sure. With the Law Tigers, you never ride alone. If you're injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS, America's motorcycle lawyers.
Scotty, we are getting ready to go racing with the Mission Super Twins, so how about the starting lineup?
On the pole, it's the 32 from Mattoon, Illinois, looking for his first win here in the Premier Class, Dallas Daniels. Starting second is his teammate, number 95, J.D. Beach. Starting third is the one of Jared Meese from Florida, and the last bike on the front row, the 3 of Briar Bauman from Salinas, California, on that KTM.
Here we go. The 10-second board is up. The 76th running of the world-famous Peoria TT about to get underway. The Mission Foods Super Twins on the line. Daniels, Beach, Bauman, and Meese ready to battle it out here at the TT. We're underway. Beach right to the front. Estenson Yamaha's running 1 and 2. Meese goes way up into the loose stuff. Can he find something to work up there? No, he's back to 4th. Over the jump they go. Beach is out front. Can he break away from his teammate Dallas Daniels? Oh, and look at that, Vanderkoy coming up inside of Meese, and Jared's going to lose another spot. No, he just fights back as they cross the start-finish line and sit up to go into turn number 1.
There goes Briar up to the way outside.
Way outside, didn't he?
He wants to let that thing eat. That's the way to do it. Go up there and turn the rear and point the bike down the long straightaway, get a drive.
This is a big advantage for Dallas Daniels in the championship, and the fact that he's in front of Meese right now, but he's also got Bauman between him and Meese. He'd love to see Vanderkoy get in front of Meese as well. Every one of those spaces that he can kick Jared back one makes a big impact in the points here today.
It sure does. So now, do you go in conservation mode, or do you go to try to attack your teammate?
Well, he's got to, because he needs to win if he can to maximize the points. There are, however, no team orders between the Estenson crew, as you would expect.
Exactly. There goes Briar looking for a way through. He's up there to the 3rd spot right now, trying to catch up these 2 Yamahas.
J.D. Beach has been one of the absolute best TT racers in recent years and has just absolutely dominated this genre of the competition. Won at Arizona earlier this year, had Peoria and Castle Rock circled on his calendar, trying to knock off Peoria today. Castle Rock coming up in just a couple of weeks. Make sure you get those tickets. We'll see you there.
Briar made a mistake right there in that corner. Went a little bit too wide.
Kristen, J.D. Beach right where he expected to be here at Peoria, at the front with everybody behind him.
Guys, for JD Beach, after winning 7 of the last 8 TTs in the AFT Series, anything less than a win could have been considered disappointing. I asked him what it's like to carry that pressure. He said, listen, I'm going out there to do the best that I can. I try not to think about it. I don't want to have that pressure on my shoulders in the main event. Now, looking towards Dallas Daniels, he's running with 13 consecutive podiums. That number is astounding. And to maintain that level of consistency, he has not been off the podium the entire season. Guys, this may go down as one of the toughest Peoria TT races to date.
And give the credit to his mechanics on that number 32 as well, because not only has he ridden well, but the bike has performed well to get him on the podium at each and every round.
Yeah, anything can happen. Keep going, keep charging, go after the 95.
And Jared Mees knows that as well, sitting back there in 4th. Just got to keep doing what I'm doing and hope that the cards play my way before this thing is done. But right now, boy, JD Beach is just looking spectacular. Going back and taking a look at some of the big moments here at the Peoria TT. There's the number 69, the Kentucky kid, Nicky Hayden, taking the win at the 54th running of this prestigious event back in 2002. He started on the 3rd row, passed his brother Tommy and his brother Roger Lee on his way to the win, passed J.R. Schnabel on the last lap for the victory. And just 4 years later, he'd go on to become the MotoGP world champion. And look who's out in front leading here at the 76th running, another kid from Kentucky, JD Beach. 1 minute, 2 laps to go.
Go by Fisher. Fisher gets out of the way, going up to the jump.
And Jared has lost sight of Briar Bauman.
He must have been having some problems where he might be trying to conserve what he's got at the moment.
Well, the one thing Jared can't afford is to lose another spot to Vanderkoy, who's about 4 seconds behind him.
Correct.
So Jared might just be figuring, I'm going to stay here and protect this 4th position. 30 seconds and 2 laps to go. Might have to go around one more time before they see the 2 laps to go.
Yeah, it's about 26-second laps, so it's going to be at least one more time. It will be one more time. Hit by Robinson.
Where are you going, Dallas?
Currently 9th.
Briar trying to get up there to capitalize on it.
Oh, no.
Dallas to the inside. And, that helped out Briar. That hurt Briar and helped out Dallas big time there.
And Robinson and Briar are good friends. It's just
he didn't do it on purpose.
No, they're racing for a position 100%. Too. You know, he doesn't want to let anybody else go past him.
And they're going to see the clocks go to 0, so it'll be 2 laps to go this time by. Well, actually, that would have to go to. There it is, 2 to go, because it's first got to go to JD before it goes to Dallas. So it depends on where that. It is time now for the progressive race to the checkers, and it is on with 2 laps remaining here. Dallas Daniels and Briar Bauman fighting over 2nd. Championship so much in the balance. Oh, no! Down goes Dallas. He tucked the front wheel. Oh, and Jared can't believe what he's seeing as he rolls past. He cannot believe it.
We're still racing. We haven't seen a red flag yet. The white flag is out.
Not sure if Dallas is okay.
No red flag. Now the red flag comes out.
There's the red flag. Oh, my. Heartbreak.
And JD just saw who it was.
He was doing everything right, and there's Steve Moorhead to check on him.
Watch the front end right about here. He hits the little bump on the inside of the track. He hit the bump on the inside of the track.
Kind of dribbled the front wheel a little bit, and then it tucked.
Briar almost followed him right into it. Watch, there's something on the inside of the track right there.
Look at it compress.
And there goes the splits, and there he goes down to the ground. And Briar just about hits him, does an excellent job of staying off of Dallas.
Fortunately, it was a low slide, so he's okay. Jared Mees knows all about this. His championship rival saw the same problem happen to him at Arizona. Scotty, the difference was he was able to keep his Indian running.
Yeah, he grabbed that clutch as soon as he could, picked the bike up and got going, salvaged a 6th place finish. What can Dallas do today?
He only lost 1 spot that day. 2, what will Dallas do here? And remember, he's also got that streak of finishing on the podium 13 straight races. So he's going to start, would we say, 7th?
It depends on what they do. I believe there's only 7 bikes on the lead lap, so he should be starting back to 6th.
All right, Kristen, what can you tell us?
Guys, as we get ready to take off for a green-white checkered, I checked in with the Essence and Racing Yamaha team. They did get the shifter back on the bike. However, it's getting hung up on the casing on the outside of the bike. They said he's just going to have to jam it down to get it into the gear he wants it. But guys, he is back out on track, ready to go for it.
Scotty, I count him in 7th, just in front of Johnny Lewis.
He's the last bike on the lead lap, so stay out there.
How many can he get here on the start? There you see the 32 farthest outside, and we're underway. And he's going to get around Lewis already. And in front of Lewis will be Henry Wilds. He goes after Henry. Now he's looking to get inside of Vanderkoy.
Oh, he almost
lost it again.
Beach
Here he comes on the charge. Meanwhile, there goes Beach out in the lead with Bauman between him and Mies. So Mies is back in 3rd. That'll help out Dallas Daniels as well.
It sure will.
Here we come to the line. Down the front straightaway. Dallas Daniels trying to charge through the field. Green is out. Here comes Daniels past Lewis again. He's up to 5th. So there's only 2 spots between him and Mies. The progressive race of the checkers is underway. There's Bauman just in front of Mies. Vanderkoy right behind the reigning champ. And Dallas is now right behind Vanderkoy.
Yeah, if that bike is shifting right, he might be able to get up there and do something with Vanderkoy, but if it's not, he's just going to salvage as many points as possible.
1 lap to go, and Daniels closing in on Vanderkoy. Can he get at least 1 more? Boy, if he could get to Mies, he'd salvage that podium streak. I don't know if he's going to pull that off, but the Monster Essence and Yamaha of JD Beach is out front.
Last time over the jump, keeping on 2 wheels. He's got another Peoria TT win.
JD Beach going for TT win number 8 out of 9. JD Beach here at Peoria will win the 76th running of the prestigious Peoria TT. And the Essence and Yamahas do it again here today as they swept the heat races and they take the main event in both categories.
Most of the energy lost through your walls is through your uninsulated studs. Cedar Board's insulated siding from CertainTeed can save you money on energy costs and increase the value of your home. A sustainable green building product, Cedar Board's double 6-inch panel contains 60% recycled content, and all panels are Energy Star rated. Cedar Board's flat, even face, and natural cedar texture create the look of milled, wide board wood siding. Cedar Boards, the perfect balance of beauty and performance.
What up, everybody? Welcome to Bob Lander's Beaverton Motorcycles, where we got the best in the West.
We have everything from sport quads to utility quads, side-by-sides. Got cruisers, got your sport bikes, got your naked bikes right here, got your touring bikes, got your dual sports right here, adventure bikes. We got your dirt bikes right here, right there. We even have used bikes upstairs. All over. So if you like motorsports, power sports, or just scooting around on a little scooter, today is the day. So come get one.
The open road. To those who understand what it offers, it's a call that has to be answered. What lies ahead? Who knows? It's in our nature to explore the possibilities and embrace the unknown. We round the corners of the journey, ready to take in the full beauty of what we see. We travel the same road, knowing the unexpected may occur. When you need us, we'll be there with the strength and experience that makes us who we are. The Law Tigers. If you're injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS, America's motorcycle lawyers.
The world's largest motorcycle event, Daytona Bike Week. Bikes, beaches, and the 2024 American Flat Track season opener. The Progressive American Flat Track season opener. A doubleheader at Daytona International Speedway Short Track during Daytona Bike Week.
Hello and welcome to the CertainTeed Castle Rock TT presented by Law Tigers out here in the Pacific Northwest. We're almost done with the 2023 Progressive American Flat Track season, but we have to come out here and enjoy the beautiful Pacific Northwest before we head to the Springfield Mile to the wrap-up of the 23 season in just a few weeks. Making our way back out here to this historic racetrack with some awesome scenery, including the Osprey, who have a nest set up on the back straightaway, or so they can watch what's going on with the event. There's about 4 of them up there. There they are. My cohort over here beside me will be along just a little bit. He hates them because they're Seahawks, and he's a 49ers guy, so we'll get into that in just a little bit. Looks like the bikes are getting ready to pull onto the racetrack. 2 rounds of practice for both classes and 2 rounds of qualifying. And here comes your Parts Unlimited AFT singles. There'll be 2 groups, 32 total riders. The one is Cody Kopp from the Pacific Northwest, 59 Tom Drain, 21 Trevor Bruner, 88 Chase Sudoff, 18 Maxwell, 48 Trent Lowe, 79 it's Go Time Dalton Gauthier, last year's winner, 13 Morgan Mishler, 49 Chad Coase, 19 James Ott, 82 Travis Pettin, 26 Aiden Roos Evans, Jared Lowe's on the 63, Cole Zabala the 51, and the 75 Santero. Oh, also out there's the 24 Hunter Bauer from Canada. So 3 countries are being represented in this one. They have changed up the racetrack a little bit since the last time we were here. There's a distinct, really tight left-hander, normally flat track turn number 1. It's very tight, and then a very tight right-hander to go up to the jump, and a little bit more of a run up to the jump as we're looking at the number 1 rider being chased by the 59. Now it's a really tight right-hander right here, and here they come up the jump. One throws a little bit of a whip. Here comes everybody getting a good look at it. Traditionally, flat trackers don't like jumping, but the new generation of flat trackers ride a lot of motocross, and some of you do some road racing out there, and so they get used to using that front brake. Cody Kopp could lock up the championship here tonight in the AFT singles class for the 2nd year in a row. Needs to leave here with a 50-point or larger margin. Basically, he needs to finish in front of Tom Drain if he wants to lock up the championship out here in his home state. If not, that will continue on 2 weeks when we go to the Springfield Mile Labor Day weekend. Bruner has the fastest lap so far. Here comes Max Whale up to 2nd. It changes as everybody goes across the start-finish line. I talked to Dalton Gauthier and Robbie Bobby earlier, and Robbie said that Dalton was feeling pretty confident, and he did win here last year, so I guess coming into a track where you won at the previous year would definitely help. White flag is out for the 1 bike. Cody Kopp from Micah, Washington on the other side of the state. Drain misses the first corner just a little bit, takes a look over his shoulder, and here comes Bruner on the 21, a 2.3.234. Track already taken rubber, plenty of rubber going down already. Checkered flags out here, group number 1. There are 2 groups, like I mentioned, in the Parts Limited AFT singles class. 32 total entries. They will all make it into the heat races here today. So far, it's Bruner, and then a couple of KTMs, Dalton Gauthier, Maxwell, Tom Drain sitting back there 4th, Trent Lowe is 5th, and Cody Kopp, who led every lap, is 6th quick here in this first round of practice. Again, 2 rounds of practices here today, and then 2 rounds of qualifying. Up next, group number 2, and it's the 2 riders battling for the Rookie of the Year. The 166 Logan Eisenhardt, the 216 Declan Bender had a career best finish last weekend with a 7th. 151 Cole Fredrickson, 55 Tyler Raggio. The Castle Rock native Olin Kistler on the 155. Tanner Dean making an appearance with us on the 38. 274 Scooter Vernon, he's running both classes here today. Bronson Pierce on the 132. Jacob Vandekoy 186. Ryan Sipes, the general, making his return back to flat track. He missed a couple of years, hasn't been with us since the 2019 season. Roy Handy's on the 174. Hyatt's on the 275. 195 Clayton Williams, 233 Christian Spurgeon, and the 194 is Cameron. Those are the bikes on the racetrack right now. 2nd group AFT singles. The 194 Dominic Cameron from Rainier, Oregon. Ooh, you hear the tires squawking already. It's setting a lot of those riders straight up when they come into that tight corner. Raggio right there on the 55 Yamaha. Being chased by 216 Declan Bender. They actually raced out here 2 nights in a row. They had amateurs running a short track and the TT. Last couple of days. Last year we did a short track the night before and the TT the day after. This year they did Thursday night and Friday night leading up to tonight. Dominic Cameron up to 9th place. He's from Rainier, Oregon. Probably has plenty of laps on this racetrack, so he doesn't have to take an easy ride at the start as some of the riders that run the entire circuit do. Scooter Vernon up to 7th on the 274. He made the main event last weekend in the Super Twins class. This weekend, again, doing double duty. I believe he is the only rider riding both singles and Super Twins. Camera on the 55 right now. Raggio currently 17th quick. Big gaggle of riders going into turn number 1. Look at all the rubber going down quickly. They did put a lot of calcium chloride onto the racetrack, which will allow the moisture to come up as the night goes on. There's one of our Rookie of the Year contenders, 166. I saw on social media this week that he was actually injured before the race last weekend. But he continues to race, as most of them do, if they're injured or not, just so they go out here and try to win that Rookie of the Year, and that's a big note to do if he could do that. Bruner with a 21, fastest out there, 2:3.234. Again, 2 rounds of practice for both classes. That was your singles. Up next, Mission Super Twins. 1 group of Super Twins. They're staged up and ready to go. Don't forget, stop by that Pit Crew Cafe. They brought me a steak up here in the booth, and it is fantastic. It was like vultures are around here. As soon as they brought that steak in, I had everybody in the pit area was my best friend. Super Twins rolling onto the racetrack, coming out according to their point standings. The 1 is Jared Meese, 32, Dallas Daniels, 95, J.D. Beach. The 3 is Briar Bauman, 67, Davis Fisher from Warren, Oregon. 44, Brandon Robinson, 20, Jared Vandekoy. 37 is Bronson Bauman, 36, Colby Carlisle, 25, Ben Lau. The 10 is Johnny Lewis on the Royal Enfield, 17, Henry Wiles. 61, Casey Cisco, 94, Ryan Wells, 69, making his return back to American Flat Track, Sammy Halbert, 47, Michael Hill, 274, Scooter Vernon, Ken has to go back to back, and Shelby Miller's on that 45 bike. There's slamming Sammy Halbert right there, 3-time winner at the Castle Rock TT. He was overseas last weekend racing in the FIM Flat Track Championship Series, ran 3rd and actually raced in the rain, something that we don't normally do over here in the United States. I'd like to put another feather in his cap by winning the 4th Castle Rock TT. Slamming Sammy Halbert to 69. Doing it from Martin Trucking, Castrol, Fly Racing, and Dodge Brothers on the sponsor list for the 69 bike. Beach has the fast time so far, no problem for him. J.D. Beach, originally from the state of Washington, calls home Philpott, Kentucky now. Has 1 win out here last year in the Premier class. Beach with a 2:3.862 quick time so far. Mises second, 2:3.871. That was your top 2 last year when we were here. Wiles is up to 3rd. Now Dallas Daniels goes to 2nd, 2:3.735. Breyer's up to 4th. Now Vandekoy up to 4th, the 20 bike, who got 4th at the Peoria TT. There's the Flying Tomato, 36, Colby Carlisle. Asked him if he liked this one. He said, yeah, I like this one. Peoria, not so much. Colby Carlisle on the G&G Racing Yamaha. Meese goes to the top spot, 2:3.530 for the jammer, Jared Meese, who has never won here in the Premier class. Checkered flag is out. Last lap is all it took right there for Meese to lay down the quick lap. 2:3.530. 18 bikes in the Premier class. All 18 will make it into the main event. So the better you finish, the better starting spot you'll have in that main event. So they'll do 2 heat races. We'll take all of them into the main. The top 2 will go into the Mission Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge race. And that's it. Real quick, fast, in a hurry. That was our first round of practice for both classes. There's an autograph session for you folks that are here going on behind the grandstand. Stop by and see some of the legends from the Pacific Northwest, including Mert Lawwell was roaming around. I heard he might show up, but I know Chuck Joyner is going to be over there and several other riders from the Pacific Northwest. That's going on from 4:30 until 5:30. Also, don't forget to get your raffle tickets for the PW50. That's going on from Back on Track. Our friends with Back on Track are here. They're going to be represented by Brad Baker a little bit later on from Snohomish, Washington. And raffle tickets are for a PW50. All right, so that's our first round of practice is already in the books. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, second round of practice from right here at the Certainteed Castle Rock TT, presented by Law Tigers.
The world's largest motorcycle event, Daytona Bike Week. Bikes, beaches, and the 2024 American Flat Track season opener. The Progressive American Flat Track season opener. A doubleheader at Daytona International Speedway Short Track during Daytona Bike Week. The
Riders, let your queries be known.
Yeah, hi. Instead of letting passengers wrap their arms around us, can we put little handles on our jackets?
Deny.
Can you imagine?
I want a new nickname. Can you guys start calling me Snake?
No, Brian.
Denied.
How about we all get quotes to see if we can save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer?
Approved.
Cool. Hey, if Brian's not going to be Snake, can I be Snake?
No.
VP Racing Fuels. No matter what motorcycle you race or ride, amateur or pro, we have a fuel to make more power. Keep your bike running cool with VP Stay Frosty Coolant, available in 2 formulas. Race ready, designed to be glycol-free and track approved, and high performance with freeze protection for street applications. Visit vpracingfuels.com to learn more.
Mobile View has been providing state-of-the-art LED video screens to sporting and special events throughout the U.S. and Canada since 1999. We use our vast experience of thousands of events to help guide the process of finding the right size screen to help make your event a memorable experience for your fans and sponsors.
SBS is the official brake sponsor of Progressive American Flat Track, your single source of brake components for motorcycles, ATVs, and UTVs in racing, off-road, and for street use. Try the improved brake performance of the all-new SBS Better Brake Series. Find the brake pads, rotors, and clutch kits that match your bike on sbsbrakes.com. There's a reason why SBS is the preferred choice of street kings and race champions alike. Go ahead. Once again, for the 2023 season, all Progressive American Flat Track classes are running the race-proven DT4 tire from Dunlop. Designed for pro and amateur riders alike, the DT4 has multiple compound options, an aggressive tread pattern, and can be run tubeless for greater overall performance. Dunlop, the official tire of Progressive American Flat Track. Brought to you by Yamaha. On the track, on the trail, or out on the open road, check out Yamaha's full line of class-defining, adventure-seeking motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-side vehicles at YamahaMotorsports.com. Al Lam's Dallas Honda is proud to sponsor the Singles Challenge. No holds barred, winner takes all dash for cash. The payout? A cool $2,500. Al Lam's Dallas Honda. Riding red since 1977. DallasHonda.com. Progressive is proud to be America's #1 motorcycle insurer, protecting 1 out of every 3 insured riders. And they also offer coverage for your boat, RV, and other adventure vehicles. Quote motorcycle insurance online in as little as 3 minutes or bundle your insurance together today.
Parts Unlimited, the people behind We Support the Sport, welcome you to this high-action event. We are proud to join with race fans everywhere in working to ensure that our sport gets bigger and more exciting each season. And you too can support the sport by visiting your local dealer who stocks products from Parts Unlimited. They've got the very best in high-performance parts and accessories and the best support network in the business. Parts Unlimited. We support the sport.
When you think of a ride, you think of quality.
When it comes to hitting the ground and protecting your head, I wouldn't wear anything else.
The design of it is round and smooth, so when you're rolling through the dirt, your helmet doesn't catch the dirt and hurt your neck.
Safety in flat track and motorsports in general is probably the biggest concern. Obviously, we're all here to win. At the end of the day, we're all concerned about our well-being, and for that, you want to have the best gear on, and for me, a ride's the best choice.
Rev up to get fueled by Mission as the world's most extreme dirt track riders and tastiest products come together to fuel your flavor. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy to make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
The loyal
Riders, let your queries be known.
Yeah, hi. Instead of letting passengers wrap their arms around us, can we put little handles on our jackets?
Deny.
Can you imagine?
I want a new nickname. Can you guys start calling me Snake?
No, Brian.
Denied.
How about we all get quotes to see if we can save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer?
Approved.
Cool. Hey, if Brian's not going to be Snake, can I be Snake?
No.
Rev up those taste buds with Mission Foods. A proud sponsor of AFT Super Twins, Mission Foods has mouth-watering snacks and easy-to-make recipes to fuel your race day. Now that's too fast, too tasty. Whether amateur or pro, VP has a motorcycle fuel to make more power. Keep your race bike cool with Stay Frosty Race Ready Coolant and high-performance formula for your street bike. Learn more at vpracingfuels.com. Kicker Performance Audio is your fuel for living loud and a proud sponsor of American Flat Track, the original extreme sport. Now in our 50th year, Kicker has been the world leader in audio gear for cars, trucks, motorcycles, and America's roads. Kicker Audio is living loud. Lincoln Welders is the official welder of American Flat Track Racing. When it comes to welding, cutting equipment, and safety apparel, Lincoln Electric is the choice. Go to LincolnElectric.com for all your welding, cutting, and safety apparel needs. And remember to hashtag WeldRed with all your projects. 2 short years ago, Honda released the Rebel 1100, and for 2023, they're introducing the all-new Rebel 1100T, equipped with a large, color-matched handlebar-mounted fairing and 35 liters of lockable storage. It's built for the open road. The standard and bagger models both start with a powerful twin-cylinder engine, so they sound as aggressive as they look. Head to a dealer to see the 2023 Honda Rebel 1100 and 1100T.
Memphis Shades brings you a whole new level of style when it comes to motorcycle windshields and fairings. The quality, style, and selection set these products apart from the pack. Memphis Shades designs and builds all windshields, fairings, and hardware in-house. Raw materials in, finished goods out. Made in Memphis. Style that works.
Sideburn is the world's finest Go Fast, Turn Left magazine. It's available to buy at Progressive AFT's Marketplace and is the official magazine of Progressive American Flat Track. For more information, visit sideburnmagazine.com. SolarFit, America's solar team, is a proud sponsor of American Flat Track Racing. Get your complimentary solar analysis today at americanflattrack.com/solarfit. And let the sun power your home or business for free. Al Lamb's Dallas Honda is proud to sponsor the Singles Challenge. No holds barred, winner takes all dash for cash. The payout? A cool $2,500. Al Lamb's Dallas Honda. Riding red since 1977. DallasHonda.com.
Introducing the all-new 2021 Rebel 1100 from Honda.
Hey guys, I'm Brendan over at Beaverton Motorcycles. We have tons of new and pre-owned inventory in stock. For instance, we have the new KLR 2022 models, awesome new spin on the previous generation with updates like fuel injection and other awesome features. These things also just went on sale, so we're advertised price with no setup fee.
The open road. To those who understand what it offers, it's a call that has to be answered. What lies ahead? Who knows? It's in our nature to explore the possibilities and embrace the unknown. We round the corners of the journey, ready to take in the full beauty of what we see. We travel the same road, knowing the unexpected may occur. When you need us, we'll be there with the strength and experience that makes us who we are. The Law Tigers. If you're injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS, America's motorcycle lawyers.
Welcome back to the Certainteed Castle Rock TT presented by Law Tigers. I'm Scotty Dubler in the booth, and there is Brad Jones's relatives up here. That's from last year. Ralph Shaheen, we had a good time last year.
Oh, we had a great time going up and tracing Brad's family tree. And speaking of trees, you know, a lot of racetracks have family sections.
Mm-hmm.
I was asking Brad where his family section is here, and he says it's literally up in the trees, the Sasquatch section.
Oh, perfect.
Up in the trees.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Speaking up in the trees, got the Ospreys up there on the back straightaway. There's 4 of them sharing that nest. It must be, you know, a communal thing, right?
Yeah, it's really cool to see them out here.
Well, last time, I think one of the first times I was
there
here,
they are right there.
They're huge race fans.
Big race fans.
Getting ready for the NFL season to get started.
The sea chickens?
Yeah.
Yeah. Up here, they got
Man,
the sea
you're not
chickens.
going to make any friends over here.
No, that's all right.
Yeah.
It's the NFL season. It's not about friends.
That's right. It's
about Super Bowls.
About Lord. That is a humongous
They make
nest
gigantic
up there.
nests. Yeah. We get them down on Lake Norman, where I live down in
God's Country?
Mooresville, North Carolina. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And they have big poles out in the middle of the lake like that, and the osprey build huge nests like that and camp out. It's really neat to see.
Must be cheaper rent if there's 4 of them up there.
Probably, yeah.
They got a bird's eye view of the track.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah. That's Ralph Shaheen up here. I'm Scotty Dubler. In just a little bit, we'll hear from Kristen Beach. She's roaming around the pit area right now. They just made a little bit of a change where they're ducking in from the short track into the infield section, trying to open that up a little bit. It was really, really tight. They're trying to make some more passing lanes, is what Chris Carr said. They converted the racetrack to be more of a closer design to the way the track was back in the 90s. There's a lot of moisture on the racetrack, and a lot of rubber was already going down, but should be for a great night of racing here tonight.
Well, the weather sure is nice enough for it.
Well, it's beautiful out there.
It is.
They said a heat warning's in effect the next couple of days, so it's not quite that warm yet.
Good time to get out of here then. Get the races done and get out, right? Before it heats
Exactly.
up. In general, the area around here is just stunning in the Pacific Northwest. I always love coming out here, Scotty.
And that's the river just behind the production truck, actually just behind where we're setting. And it is a beautiful setting out here in the Pacific Northwest. I see why people live out here.
Yep. Just change your football team and all's great.
All is well.
Oh.
Man. So you live in Carolina, you go to the Carolina Panthers home games, so
Yeah.
you're a fan of them. But
Well, you got to cheer for your local team, I
But
feel.
you're a diehard 49er
I grew up
fan.
in Northern California in Sacramento, so my
Okay.
whole life I was a Niner fan. But,
Okay.
I mean, I've lived in Charlotte now, gosh, since 1990, and the Panthers moved into town in 96.
So you've been
I
fan
mean,
since then.
Well, you know what? I'm a fan of football, just like I'm a fan of racing. I don't just go to flat track races. I go to IndyCar. I just came from Knoxville, you know, the sprint car races going on there. I love all forms of racing. I just love football. I'll go to college games, high school games, whatever. And actually, when I moved to Charlotte and the Panthers first came to town, they were actually, believe it or not, a part of the NFC West, even though they were all the way back in the Southeast.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So the Niners would come to town once a year. So I made sure to get season tickets just so I could go see the Niners once a year. And I wore red and gold.
Your red.
I wore my red.
Yeah. There you go.
And, you know, over time, you live and die with the team in the neighborhood and all that. So, yeah, you know, if the Niners aren't winning, I sure hope the Panthers are.
All right. I'm going to change the subject real quick because that was I'm not a steak eater. I mentioned that when the steak was delivered. But we devoured that steak.
That was very good steak. Who was it that sent that over to you?
That was the folks from the Pit Crew Cafe from right here at the Mount St. Helens Motorcycle Club at the Castle Rock TT, and they brought me a double extra medium shirt to go along with it.
Speaking of your shirts,
there's an NFL shirt.
Oh, you're a Broncos guy.
I'm a Bronco fan. I'm not a Chiefs guy. Yeah. Definitely does not. Actually, I met that little guy a little while ago, signed an autograph for him, yeah.
Did you give him grief about Mahomes?
No, I did not. I was a nice guy. You can't take nothing away from Patrick Mahomes.
No, you can't.
He's one heck of a quarterback.
Kid's amazing.
Yeah, I heard he's a big flat track fan.
That'd be great if he was.
Yep. Autograph session going on behind the grandstands for the previous stars of American Flat Track.
There's some big names. There's some Patrick Mahomes of our sport sitting back there.
I heard Mark Lawwell was actually back there. I don't know if he was going to sign autographs, but he signed autographs where you buy your program.
Yeah.
So he could get that right away. Sonny Burris and some of the other folks are over there signing autographs, again, behind the grandstands from 4:30 until 5:30. The open paddock area to meet today's stars, that is going on from 5:40 until 6:25. There's some of the vintage bikes set up over there. I saw that 60 bike last year. Actually, I saw that one at Sacramento. They had that in the back of a van. TT Championship, TT race winning bike from here from quite a few years ago, that number 60. You see Smoking Joe Kopp over there taking a look at the racetrack. Everybody's keeping an eye on it. They want to see what changes were made. There goes Joey cruising around.
One of the nice guys you'll meet in the pit here. There's Joe.
Smoking Joe Kopp, your 2000 AMA Grand National Champion. Folks behind him see what's going on. Up next, one more round of practice. They are going to split up the Super Twins into two groups so they can have a little bit more room on the racetrack. So spread them out just a little bit. Instead of one group, there'll be two groups of Super Twins, two groups of AFT singles. One more full round of practice and then 2 rounds of qualifying, and that's when there's money will be up for grabs for the Pronto Parts Plus Pole Award, $500 to the fast qualifier in the singles class and $500 for the fast qualifier in the Super Twins. That was Ken Coolbeth Sr. opening up that gate over there, one of the crew members for American Flat Track. There's our friends up on top on the back straightaway, keeping an eye on the racetrack. So
yeah, we're just about an hour north of this beautiful city, downtown Portland, also known as Rip City if you follow the NBA, Portland Trailblazers. And you know what, Scotty? As beautiful as the interior part, the Pacific Northwest is between Oregon, Washington, and all that, the coastline is spectacular.
Yeah, everybody, everybody I talk to say I'm a lucky guy because I get to travel all the time. Well, most of the time it's, fly in, go to a hotel, eat.
Yep.
Go to the racetrack, repeat, fly out. So, but a couple of years ago, make fun of Brand Jones a little bit. And but a few years ago, I drove up the coastline from California up to here, and what a sight that was. And I tell anybody, if you have any extra time, come out here to Washington and Oregon and go down that coastline or up the coastline, whichever way you're coming from, and check it out. Some of the beautiful country of these United States.
Not done Alaska yet. I got to get up to Alaska.
I'm only missing Alaska and Hawaii. I've been to the other 48.
Done to Hawaii. Boy, thinking of all of our friends and the people in the state of Hawaii right now.
They got wildfires going on like crazy.
What's happening in Maui.
It's terrible.
Keeping all those folks in our thoughts and prayers.
For sure. So how were the Knoxville Nationals going?
Stunning. Awesome. Just incredible.
Big group of racers?
Yeah, huge field of cars. Sold out grandstands tonight. It's going to be big night in Knoxville. I'm anxious to see who the winner's going to be.
I'd put you on the spot, but you're a broadcaster. Who do you think's got the best shot?
Man, I'll tell you.
Shots? Won it last year.
He did, and that was number 11. He's going for his 12th this year, and if he gets it, Scotty, he ties Steve Kinzer.
If you can tie Steve Kinzer in anything, that's pretty good.
But to think that somebody outside of Steve would have 12 Knoxville Nationals wins is amazing. And both of them have had to beat very serious contenders each and every time to get a win there. It's not like they've just shown up and
give them to them. Yeah, exactly. Well, the gates opening up outside 1-2. There goes Sammy Saavedra trying to set the track record. And here comes the AFT singles. Two groups. The one is Cody Kopp from Micah, Washington, 59. Tom Drain from Australia. Trevor Bruner from Indiana. The 88 Chase Sadoff from Illinois. Max Wells on the 18. He's from Australia. Trent Lowe's on the 48. He's from Indiana. 79 Dalton Gauthier from Pennsylvania. 13 Morgan Mischler from Wisconsin. 49 Chad Coase from California. James Ott, the 19, also from California. 82 Travis Pettin, another California kid. The 26 Aiden Rusev's from Illinois. 63 Jared Lowe from Indiana. 51 Zabala from Illinois. 75 Terrence Santero from Canada. And the 24 Hunter Bauer from Canada. So they'll come out. They get a practice start right here. You can see they started back there on the third and the fourth row, just way back. They don't want to wear out the front row just yet. Save that for later. But two groups. 16 riders scheduled to be out here in group number one. And there's Cody Kopp on the inside and Chase Sadoff on the 88. You can see the darker dirt. They put a lot of moisture on the racetrack, and Kopp slips wide and lets everybody go on through. He's like, I'm not quite ready to lead this one just yet. So Sadoff goes to the head of the class. Bruner was looking pretty racy in that first round of practice.
Boy, it really tightens down up here, doesn't it?
Really tight. You know, it looked like Cody Kopp was downshifting twice last session. They've changed that entrance right there just a little bit, and they painted the inside of that track white right there. So last year they come off that right-hander and then right up to the jump. They kind of gave them a little bit more running room to hopefully get the bikes straightened out a little bit more before they hit the jump. Sadoff slips wide. Bruner comes through on the 21. That might have been a move that Sadoff maybe planned. He wanted to see where Bruner was running. Bruner gets that thing down on the ground pretty quickly and gets back on the throttle.
Yeah, and it's pretty much, you just start opening up all the way through here, giving it more and more gas, and pretty wide open down that straightaway.
And I think that the track will hold them. There's plenty of traction out there right now.
Boy, then you got to start backing it off so you can get that thing woed down for that corner right there.
Sadoff doing a good job keeping Bruner right there in his sights. You can see Bruner has a different approach to that jump than Sadoff. Sadoff's right up there on the inside. Look, these two guys are first and second on the speed charts. They're out there out front of this one. Kopp is in third, though. He let everybody go on by, and he's third quick so far.
Last time, right about there, Bruner almost got pitched off the thing, and he almost did it again. He's really stopped. It's sliding all the way almost to a complete stop, Scotty, and then he's moving forward from there.
Yeah, when you do that, Ralph, it kind of sits you straight up in the saddle. You know, almost trying to throw you over the handlebars, you know.
Almost the high side.
Yeah. Sadoff gets by the 21. That was Chase's fastest lap at 2:3.258. Bruner has the quickest lap of this session so far, 2:3.035. He was fastest in the first round. Oh, Sadoff makes a little bit of a bobble right there. It's just practice for you folks just joining us. 2 rounds of practice today for both classes. Checkered flag is out. The track is definitely faster, 0.2 of a second faster for Trevor Bruner here in the second round of practice. 2:3.035. That's the fastest lap of the day so far in either class. The girls will be walking around selling raffle tickets for Back on Track, and Yamaha has donated a PW50. It's a brand new one. We'll give that away today, but get your raffle tickets if you're here by the ladies walking around selling them. Group 2 is up next for the AFT singles, and the first two coming out are the leading contenders of the Mobile View Rookie of the Year competition. 166 Logan Eisenhart, 216 Declan Bender, 151 Cole Fredrickson, 55 is Tyler Raggio, 155 from right here in Castle Rock, Washington, Olin Kistler, 38 Tanner Dean, 274 Scooter Vernon, 132 is Bronson Pierce. He's running the World Championship Supermoto competition. 186 Jacob Vandekoy, 264 Ryan Sipes, 174 is Ray Handy. 275 is Ryan Hyatt, 195 Clayton Williams, 233 Christian Spurgeon, and Dominic Cameron on the 194 was way up in about the 6th or the 7th spot after that first round of practice, so we'll see if that continues on. Again, if you've raced out here before, if you grew up out here, you definitely have a big advantage. Tanner Dean back out there, first time we've seen him in a while on the 38. He announced a while back that he's retired from full-time competition in the American Flat Track Series, but he's back out here, couldn't miss a hometown race. There it is, the 274, the General Ryan Sipes. This guy is good at anything he rides. Yeah, definitely a modern-day Malcolm Smith. He rides anything, he rides it all good. If it's got 2 wheels on it, he will go to work on it. had a terrible injury, a pelvic injury and a lower back injury. He got a lot of hardware, and this is actually his first race back.
Very talented guy.
Yeah, definitely. He's won 2 AFT singles races back in 2019. It's good to have him back out here at Progressive American Flat Track. He should have had more, but I believe he stalled the engine one day at the Arizona Super TT while he was leading it. He either stalled it or he fell off in one of the tight corners. I can't remember, but should have had at least 3 by now. There's the 275 Ryan Hyatt.
Spends a lot of time hanging out with Travis. That can lead to a lot of hardware in your body, too.
Definitely, we're a lot of fun.
Fun until the hardware comes around, right?
Exactly. Maybe a little bit of both, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Ryan Sipes, you know, he likes to challenge himself. Like, he rides the ISDE, the International 6-Day Enduro. He rides, you know, he's won the Hawaiian Supercross before. This guy does a little bit of everything. If it's challenging, he's up to it.
Which is why it's great to see him here. Obviously, shows the respect he has for American flat track competitors.
Well, we've seen Pastrana try it, you know, a few times.
Yeah.
I would like to see him try it now that he's a little bit older and put him out here on this particular track. You know, a TT course I think would be good for Travis. You know, he's tried the Daytona short track quite a few times. This is group number 1. This is group number 2, parts limited AFT single. Sorry, Ralph.
I love watching Travis and those guys dream up their stuff and see with him and Robbie Madison and people like that. It's amazing the creativity they come up with and how they pull that stuff off.
What they can do on a motorcycle. Just incredible.
Just all of it, right? I mean, not just the motorcycle, but Travis jumping out of the airplane without a parachute. Okay, granted, I get it. Don't try this at home kind of stuff. But
right.
You got to respect him.
Definitely.
For the courage to do it. I don't care how many times you map it out and plan it out on computers and stuff.
Right.
Still, at some point in time, you got to jump out of the plane.
Yeah, you just got to do it.
Yeah, you just got to do it.
Group number 1 rolling out. They have split up the Mission Super Twins into 2 different groups now. They had them all in one group. They wanted to give them a little bit more breathing room on the racetrack to try to get spread out. So this is group number 1. The 1 is Jared Meese, your points leader by 5 points. 32, Dallas Daniels. 95, J.D. Beach, originally from Washington State. The 3 is Briar Bautman. The 67, Davis Fisher from nearby Oregon. 44 is Brandon Robinson. The 20 is Jared Vandekoy. 37 is Bronson Bauman. He's also riding a KTM. And the 36, Kobe Carlisle. I believe that is the cutoff line. Well, now I see the 69 Sammy Halbert. Now they're putting them all out there. So they told us they're going to do 2 groups, and now they're all out there in 1 group.
I think they do it just to mess you up.
I think they did. Here they go. They're all out there. Forget what I said. You usually do, right, Ralph?
Yeah.
Here they go. Jiggy Dog out in front, 95. They're going to split them up into 2 groups for qualifying, according to the tree.
Okay, here's the thing to pay attention with J.D. Beach.
Yep.
What we're seeing with J.D. when it comes to TTs in general is truly remarkable, right? I mean, we saw it with Chris Carr, we saw it with Henry when it came to Peoria and everything. But to see J.D. take this streak that he's on right now is really amazing.
It's incredible, you know, because some people can master one track, but he's mastering them all.
Yeah, and I know, you know, there's always haters out there that say, oh, you know, whatever, I don't want to see JD winning it. Just enjoy it while it's happening and take it in for what it is and respect the skill set that JD has developed and has evolved and mastered.
It's amazing.
Because at some point in time, it's going to come to an end.
Yeah.
But I'd be happy to say you saw some of it happen.
For sure, it's history.
Yeah.
2:3.405, quickest lap for Meese. Dallas Daniels second. JD is third so far, 2:3.506. Meese is trying to latch onto the rear tire of the 95 to see if he can set a quick lap. So they're trying to put them all out there in one group, give us more time to do some track maintenance is what's going on. Pastrana's actually been racing boats now, too, lately.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, offshore. And that's some nutty racing. I've called a bunch of those. That is well, you got to have a lot of courage and a lot of trust in the guy sitting in the other seat controlling the throttle.
Say a lot of kahunas. The 32, Dallas Daniels goes to the head of the class, 2:3.276 last time by. There's the 32. Remember last year, right off the start, he was involved in a big pileup because his bike just stopped right off the line. He was able to get on the backup motorcycle and come from the back and still finish 4th from the back of the pack. So
Not just did the bike stop. I mean, he got plowed into by Henry, right?
Yeah, and then a few others got involved as well. Checkered flag is out, 2:3.276. That's about 3/10 faster than they were in the first round of practice. Not quite as fast as these singles. The singles have the advantage of being so light and easy to maneuver to these tight corners. So a little bit quicker time right now. The track will continue to change throughout the day. But how about Dallas Daniels at the top spot? Meese is second. JD's third, and Scooter Vernon, another Pacific Northwest rider up there in 4th. And again, he's riding both classes, so he's going to be out there a whole lot. He is going to be seeing if he is in shape for tonight's race. And again, don't forget to get your raffle tickets for the PW50. Yamaha Motor Corp did donate that to Back on Track. Get your raffle tickets. The ladies are walking by, and that will be given away or raffled off tonight. And there's an autograph session going on for about 20 more minutes from the legends of the Pacific Northwest. They're just behind the grandstands. And several other vendors are out there. And if you like steak, go to the home of the Castle Rock TT at the Pit Crew Cafe. Brought us a steak and some fries and some toast up here. It was all, yeah.
It brought you. You were just nice enough to share.
Well, I shared.
Yeah, you were.
Well, it was like
fed half the truck with that.
It was like the Seagulls showed up, just right away. The Ospreys, they came and they wanted some too, but I shared with the folks in the truck. I want to say thanks again to the folks who made sure I was fed out here today. The water truck is back out there on the racetrack. Again, if you're here for the first time, we have an open pit area going on from 5:40 until 6:25. 6:30 is opening ceremonies with our first heat race firing off the line at 6:45. Out of the heat races in the singles class, we take the top 6 riders to the main event. If you don't finish in the top 6 spots, you come back in a last chance qualifier. We'll take the top 6 out of there. In the Super Twins, all the riders will make it out of their heat race. The fastest 2 riders out of each of the heat races will qualify into challenge races in each of the classes. And then we'll have our main events after that. It's a busy night of racing. Day number 3 out here at the Castle Rock TT, the Mount St. Helens Motorcycle Club. Dallas Daniels quickest so far in practice, 2:3.276. There's the water going on through the racetrack. They'll continue to do that throughout the night. They put calcium chloride on the racetrack this morning. Also, I know Chris Carr's dad is here in attendance. Jerry Carr, he's got an 80th birthday, so happy birthday to Jerry Carr. Made the trip out here from Pennsylvania. It's a big birthday to be spending it out here with us in Castle Rock TT.
Happy 90th to the legend Parnelli Jones, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Catching up to Graham and Pa.
Yeah.
All right. Well, little bit of track maintenance going on right now. We're going to take a break from up here in the booth, and while they do the track maintenance, we'll show you the main event from the Super Twins from last year. Enjoy the break. We'll be back with qualifying here in just a few moments right here from the Certainteed Castle Rock TT.
The starting lineup for the Mission Super Twins main event.
First pick on the front row is the 95 JD Beach. Second pick will be his teammate, the 32 Dallas Daniels. Third on the front row is Jared Meese on the 1, and Briar Bama will start 4th. Row 2 is the 69 Sammy Halbert, the 17 of Henry Wiles, 20 Jared Vandekoy, 67 Davis Fisher. 3 riders making it in from the Production Twins main event.
There goes the 10-second board. Here we go. Clicked into gear. Visors are down. Adrenaline is up. Crowd on their feet here at Castle Rock. The TT ready to go. We're underway. Who's going to get this start? Beach. Oh, man. Big problem at the very start of this one. 3-4 riders down. Red flag out immediately on this one. Johnny Lewis comes to a stop just before he rolls into it, and he's trying to help get riders up. Let's take a look at the replay of why this thing came to a quick stop. Watch the 32, Dallas Daniels comes to a stop. Something goes wrong, shuts the bike down, and they just all start piling in. 6 bikes we counted went down. Watch the 32 again here, gets close to his teammate. Something went wrong with the bike, and they all just start piling into the back of him. All right, here we go. JD Beach, Jared Mees, Briar Bauman on that front row. Getting ready to go with the Mission Super Twins here at the Parts Unlimited Castle Rock TT. We are underway. Who's going to get the jump? It's going to be JD with a great start to the inside, taking the lead as they come into this left-hander. Shifting the bikes to the other side now, setting up for the right-hander. Here comes the jump for the first time. Mees is in second, Bauman is in third, and Vanderkoy rides along in fourth. Dallas Daniels inside the top 10. Looks like he's back at about 6th or 7th as they come to the line for the first time.
Briar looking around the outside of Mees, going into one. He'll get back in line right here, and he's going to be hung out the drive. Right about here, he has to check up.
Boy, he had to get hard on the brakes there, didn't he, to keep from going right into his teammate Vanderkoy. Sammy Halber with a great start. He's riding along in 5th.
But I like what Briar did right there. He showed Jared that he's got more speed than he does down here in 1 and 2, maybe trying to get into his head a little bit. Those are the championship contenders.
Yeah, here comes Briar really pushing hard on the outside on that big Indian. Cuts back inside. Kristen, we got a great battle for second right now, but while it's happening, JD Beach is starting to squirt away.
Guys, this is the race within the race. Only 3 points separate Jared Mees from Briar Bauman in the standings right now. Now, Jared told me earlier in the day with how narrow this track is and how difficult it is to execute passes, he was going to be putting an emphasis on not only the start, but also on defensive riding. And what we're seeing right here, he's hugging the inside of the corners. He told me earlier in the day the reason for that, if anyone is behind him and attempting to execute a pass, he wants them to go higher on the track. He wants to force them to take the outside of the track because that is the longer way around. They will lose time making the pass that way. So Jared's strategy is to just hold on to the inside line the entire race and keep Briar Bauman behind him so he leaves here with the points lead, guys.
You're not going to be able to pass him on the outside here tonight. It's not just the longer way around. It's just impossible. You can't get it done. The only thing that Briar can do by being way up there is maybe try to square it off, Scotty. Cut back inside. He's going to have to force his way physically past Jared at some point.
But I like that he's still trying. He's still making an effort to try to get in Jared's head and force Jared into a mistake.
That's exactly right. He's not trying to force the pass to the outside. He's trying to force Jared into a mistake.
And continue to let Jared Mees know that he is right there. So he's applying the pressure. Right now, Jared's doing everything he can to stay right there on the bottom. Maybe Jared's riding a little defensively because JD Beach is pulling away.
JD has checked out. Hasn't lost a TT in 2 years. So far here with the Mission Super Twins, it's been all JD Beach. Can he hang on for the win? Come on back to Castle Rock to find out. There's your race leader, JD Beach, who has led this one since the very beginning. That monster-backed Estenson Yamaha rider who won the Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge earlier today, leading here with just less than a minute and 2 laps to go over these 2 Indian riders here, Jared Mees and Briar Bauman.
Briar's kind of lost touch with Jared just a little bit, so about 5 bike lengths separating second and third. Briar's running out of time. He was trying to, try to force Mees into a mistake, and that hasn't happened.
No. Mees runs a 22.997 that last lap.
It kind of looks like Briar has a lot more wheel spin. His tire might be gone. He might have chosen the softer compound, maybe he was running out of tire.
Could very well be.
Mees is
expired time.
Next
We're
time
going to see next time by. 2 laps to go.
Has Briar been waiting to the last lap? I don't think he's close enough to really make anything happen. Yeah, I don't think so. JD Beach is long gone into the lap traffic, 5 seconds in front of these 2, battling for second.
Coming to the white flag. 1 more lap here in the Parts Unlimited Castle Rock No, that's 2 laps. I'm sorry. 2 laps in the Parts Unlimited Castle Rock TT.
JD Beach trying to win for the first time here at the Castle Rock TT. Mees second, Briar's in third, Daniels fourth, Vanderkoy rounding out your top 5. Sammy Halbert back there in 6th, Davis Fisher's in 7th as the white flag is out, Ralph.
1 lap to go. J.D. Beach hasn't lost a TT in 2 years.
There he is, off that final corner, into the final corner. Now coming back your way, Ralph.
That streak will continue as he'll win here at Castle Rock, taking the Parts Unlimited Castle Rock TT. Washington-born rider wins here. Castle Rock, Washington. Mies and Bauman follow him to the line.
JD stops over there at the pit entrance. He's going to get some congratulations over here.
Mission Super Twins results. Beach with 5 seconds over Jared Mies and Bauman another half a second or so behind that.
It kind of looked like Dallas Daniels lost all the momentum and lost touch with Breyer and Jared. He settles for 4th. Van de Kooi was 5th. Sammy Halbert, a good run for 6th. Davis Fisher, Bronson Bauman, Jesse Janish from the Production Twins is 9th, and Ben Lau rounds out your top 10.
Kristen, it's been a great night for JD Beach. 2 years in a row, and he hasn't lost a TT.
On another level tonight. JD, at any point did you have to remind yourself, hey, maybe I should back it down?
No, that's when you make mistakes. So for me, I was just pushing the whole time. I didn't look back. I didn't know how close they were. And for me, it was just hitting my marks, hitting it every single lap. This track with it getting late, it was starting to get a little slick. But hats off to the whole crew here. Brad Baker, Tor. I mean, they worked their butt off for this event. Thank you for all the fans. It was a late night, but they all stuck it out. And yeah, I mean, it was a great night for me and my team. And we still got a lot of races to go, but now we're starting to close the points gap just a little bit, so we'll just keep working.
JD, to have grown up on this track, to have cut your teeth in the state of Washington, what does this mean for you?
It's awesome, and for me, it's really cool that Brad Baker was the one that kind of designed this track and did a lot of work, because we paddled a lot of laps here, and so I mean, it's cool to get the win here and have Brad a part of it too. And I know if he was here, or out on the track with us, he would be right up my butt. So no, it was a lot of fun, and it was awesome seeing him on the cool down lap, and yeah, I mean, it's just a great feeling.
Yeah, winning your 3rd race of the season can give you that good feeling. As for the rest of the podium, we'll hear from them when we return to the Parts Unlimited Castle Rock TT here on Fox Sports 1.
The Progressive American Flat Track Series has been brought to you by Mission Foods. Mission has you covered with race day recipes that are too fast, too tasty. And by Progressive Insurance. Progressive insures over 5 million boats, motorcycles, and RVs. Get a quote in under 4 minutes at AmericanFlatTrack.com/Progressive.
Jared, during that race, I saw you really hugging the inside, and you told me that was your plan. You wanted to force riders behind you to have to use that high line because you knew it would take longer to get around. But during that race, what were you telling yourself when you knew Breyer was stalking you?
I knew once I got into 2nd place, I just was like, that's it. I need to just try to stay calm and stay on the bottom here, and just try to hit my marks, because I knew that he was breathing down my neck, and you know, I was the one guarding and being defensive, and he was playing offense, so he was able to move around and try to roll around the outside of me, and I just kept trying to keep on the bottom and keep it on 2 wheels. And for me tonight, this is a spectacular night for me getting 2nd. It was a very, very tough pass to race on. However, you came off the line is basically where you stayed. And I knew that going out there for the main event, that if I got a good start, right where I started was where I was going to stay. But I'm really excited for this last 5 race stretch here coming up. So I think it'll be my cup of tea.
Guys, even though he finished 2nd, probably feels like a win for Jared Mies on the TT tonight.
And it should. And it should. And it is really hard to do what he did tonight. It sounds simple. I'm just going to get, a good start, get to the bottom and stay there. Really hard to make it happen. And look at the points now. He's up 6 on Bauman heading to Sacramento.
Jared Mies right there with 6 points over Breyer. Dallas sitting right there 3rd. JD's in 4th, and Jared Van de Kooi moves into the top 5.
Let's go right back to Kristen.
Yeah, Breyer Bauman finishing 3rd tonight at the Castle Rock TT. Now, Breyer, during that race, I saw you almost become frustrated following behind Jared, just kind of knocking at the door. How many times did you maybe even contemplate making a more physical pass?
I thought about it, but you couldn't. He's the best at not making mistakes when it comes to just sitting on the white line, and shoot, I don't know how many laps we did, but he did every one of them perfect. And I thought about getting aggressive, but at that point I probably would have risked something on my own. It was really one-lined. And yeah, I tried a little bit, but there wasn't a whole lot to try other than just like hit your marks, because if you didn't, then before I knew it, I'd be a couple bike lengths back on him. So he rode great, JD rode great. I did everything I could, and it's not a secret these next 3 aren't going to be good to me probably, and this was like kind of a hurrah, right? So wish we could have done a little bit better, but nonetheless, thank you, Dave, Michelle, my team, Indian Motorcycle, Progressive, everyone behind me, Wheelin, Kicker, all my sponsors. We try really hard, and we thank you guys for standing behind us.
Briar, well done rounding out the podium tonight in Castle Rock, guys.
Well, it's been 14 years, since 2014, I should say, since we've been here to Castle Rock, and the Parts Unlimited TT delivered, Scotty.
It was great racing. Yeah, there's some get-offs, which we expected a TT course, but, Janish with the win. Right there, you see Gautier with the win, and then hanging on for his 7th career win, a Washington-born rider, JD Dog, getting it done here in Castle Rock.
For Chris and Bean, Scotty Dubar, I'm Ralph Shaheen. So long. Congratulations to JD Beach.
The open road. To those who understand what it offers, it's a call that has to be answered. What lies ahead? Who knows? It's in our nature to explore the possibilities and embrace the unknown. We round the corners of the journey, ready to take in the full beauty of what we see. We travel the same road, knowing the unexpected may occur. When you need us, we'll be there with the strength and experience that makes us who we are. The Law Tigers. If you're injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS, America's motorcycle lawyers.
Introducing the all-new 2021 Rebel 1100 from Honda.
Sometimes you just don't need one of these. Sometimes all you really need is one of these. Rent whatever you need from people to do whatever it takes. Go to catrentalstore.com. Let's do the work.
S&S Cycle was born from a passion for racing and has spent over 60 years building high performance for the power sports market. All the while, racing has remained at our core, from the Bonneville Salt Flats to championships in progressive American flat track. S&S is the go-to for high performance on and off the racetrack.
Tom Duma Fine Jewelers is proud to be the official jeweler for our 10th year to Progressive American Flat Track, providing championship rings for each class in 2023. Tom Duma Fine Jewelers wants to be your jeweler. Check us out online for all your jewelry needs, from engagement rings to fashion jewelry to watches, in all price points to fit everyone's budget. Shop like a pro. Shop TDFJ.com. Once again, for the 2023 season, all Progressive American Flat Track classes are running the race-proven DT4 tire from Dunlop. Designed for pro and amateur riders alike, the DT4 has multiple compound options, an aggressive tread pattern, and can be run tubeless for greater overall performance. Dunlop, the official tire of Progressive American Flat Track. Back on Track, a Rookies of 79 501c3 charity, was established in 2009 by former racers to help injured racers get back on the racetrack or the track of life. Assistance is provided to injured racers through our posted schedule of benefits and special fundraising programs, where 100% of your donation goes directly to ease the financial burden from an injury sustained on the racetrack. Please consider supporting injured racers by purchasing a 50/50 ticket at today's event. Check us out on the web at backontrack79.com and donate today. Every donation is tax deductible and will make a difference in an injured racer's life. Rent tools and equipment from more than 70 leading brands, plus the full line of CAT machines, big and small. The right equipment, the right technology, the right team. All right when and where you need it. Visit catrentalstore.com.
Light Shoe has been building quality steel shoes for flat track racers since 1998. They serve the flat track community worldwide, building custom hot shoes to fit individual needs with the rider's unique style in mind. With more than 25 years of experience and a 1-year unconditional guarantee, you'll know you've made the right choice when your foot touches the ground going into turn 1. Join the Light Shoe crew. You'll be glad you did.
When you think of a ride, you think of quality.
When it comes to hitting the ground and protecting your head, I wouldn't wear anything else.
The design of it is round and smooth, so when you're rolling through the dirt, your helmet doesn't catch the dirt and hurt your neck.
Safety in flat track and motorsports in general is probably the biggest concern. Obviously, we're all here to win. At the end of the day, we're all concerned about our well-being, and for that, you want to have the best gear on, and for me, a ride is the best choice.
And welcome back to the Certainteed Castle Rock TT presented by Law Tigers. It is qualifying time for the Parts Limited AFT Singles sponsored by Kicker. And speaking of Kicker, Kicker Performance Audio has a booth back there, and going on right now is the Legends autograph session behind the grandstand. So when you get a chance, go back there and check it out from 4:30 to 5:30. Ralph?
Yeah, some great names back there. Mert Lawwell's hanging around. I mean, incredible.
Former winners of this race. Chuck Joyner's back there. A few others from the Pacific Northwest. Stop by and check it out. For the next hour, you can do that. And it's free.
Yeah, I mean, just the stories alone are worth walking them over there and just saying hi, right?
Exactly. It is qualifying time here for the AFT Singles. We're looking for the fastest lap, and Kristen Beat said the riders were having trouble getting a clear lap. There's so many riders out there, and it's a really tight racetrack, so it's hard to get away from anybody else. So you just got to go out there and put your head down and see what you can do. Got the camera on the 21 of Bruner. Right behind him is 8A of Chase Soudoff. They're 1 and 2 once again.
These two have been chasing each other all day.
And they grew up racing against each other at Lawrenceburg Speedway, Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Berg Boys is what they call them.
Yeah. Chase still looking for that first ever national event win.
It's going to happen.
Possible tonight, for sure.
It's very possible. Bruner's been strong, though. He is fastest in the first round of practice, fastest in the second round of practice, and he gets that thing back on the ground so fast over that jump, and I think that's a huge advantage for the 21. 22.983. That's the fastest lap of the day, the last time by for the 21 of Bruner. First bike into the 22-second range. Last year, they're about 22.5 seconds, but the track's a little bit different this year. It was a little bit longer as well, so at the end of the racetracks, they pushed it out about 8 feet on each end.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit longer racetrack. Now, doesn't mean they're going slower this year, that's for sure. So checkered flag is already out for the 59. Tom the Bomber Drain from Australia. He's back there in the 4th spot. Only one bike in the 22-second range right now. It's the 21 of Blackjack, Trevor Bruner. That is a quick lap. Sadoff is second. Maxwell is third. Do I dare write it down? There's another group getting ready to go.
I would, but
all right, we'll write it down.
No, you hesitate to do that.
If I have to change it, it's okay. That means somebody from Group 2 has gone faster. 22.983 for the 21 bike. Here comes group number 2. Logan Eisenhardt on a KTM. 216, Declan Bender. 151, Cole Fredrickson. 55 is Raggio from California, now lives in Georgia. 155, Olin Kistler from right here in Castle Rock, Washington. 38, Tanner Dean, the Dean Machine. 274, Scooter Vernon. 132, Bronson Pierce. 186, Jacob Vandekoy. 264 is the General Ryan Sipes. 174 is Ray Handy. Handy from Tacoma, Washington. 275 is Hyatt. He's from Cedro Woodley, Washington. A bunch of people sent me deals. I went and talked to him today, and he's actually related to McKenna Hyatt, who raced in the Royal Enfield Build Train Race program. And they say Cedro Woolley. I was like, all right.
Yep.
Sorry about that. 195 Clayton Williams. Clayton is from Bakersfield, California. 233 Christian Spurgeon. He's from Lodi, California. The 194 was fast earlier today. That's Dominic Cameron from Rainier, Oregon. So those are the bikes on the racetrack. Try to lay down a quickest lap as you can. You remember last year, Ray Handy's got the dog in the pits that has the gold chain.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
He's got
yeah,
the gold
yeah,
chain
yeah,
on his
yeah,
leathers. Mr. Steal Your Girl on the back of his leathers. There's Fredrickson, the 151. He was flying earlier today. He's right now currently 20th quick here in this qualifying session on the 151. Moved Scooter Vernon up to 11th. So Scooter was 4th quick in practice on the twin. Now he's up to 11th quick on the single. And I was talking to Kristen Beat about this while they were prepping the track. And if you're doing good on both classes, do you pick just one, or do you go out there and try to do good in both classes, Ralph? That's a huge choice to make.
Guess it depends on how good you are in both.
And how good a shape you really are in. You know, are you good enough to go, 8 minutes plus 2 laps for the singles and then jump right onto your twin and go 10 minutes plus 2 laps on your twin cylinder bike?
Doesn't sound like much, but boy, it's a lot.
Especially at the paces that they're running out here. There goes the 264. No, that's Scooter Vernon, the 274, chasing Olin Kistler, a couple guys that ride out here all the time. Kistler from the right here in Castle Rock, and Scooter on the 274. Scooter is from Olympia, Washington, doing it for Hobie Racing, Savage Customs, and Southbound Motorsports. Trying to get by Kistler, maybe holding him up just a little bit. And Declan Bender, one of the Rookie of the Year contenders, moves up to 11th. Dominic Cameron on the 194 has moved up to 8th. We're also fast qualifier pick up $500 at the end of qualifying for the Procto Parks Plus Pole Award. Big P waving that checkered flag. He's got his checkered flag socks on too. Put his pants on when it's time to go to work in just a little bit. That's it for the singles first round of qualifying. Taking a look at the results right here. Bruner, the only one in the 22 second range, 22.983. Chase sat off his second, 23.062. Really close between the top two. Maxwell is third. Australians are third and fourth with Drain in the fourth spot. Number 59, Dalton Gauthier, last year's winner, is fifth. Cody Kopp back there in sixth, trying to lock up the championship tonight. Trent Lowe, Dominic Cameron, Morgan Mishler, and Chad Coast. That is your top 10. Up next, it is time for the Mission Super Twin, sponsored by S&S Cycle. They're going to split them into 2 groups. They promised me this time that they're going to do that.
Yeah, for qualifying for sure.
That's what the guy at the other end of the truck says. He is bigger than me, so I have to listen to him.
He's bigger than everybody.
He is bigger than everybody except for a few people out there. Here they come. Here they go. This is our first group, Mission Super Twins. Again, 2 groups, 2 rounds of qualifying. Fastest lap of either round will get you qualified into today's program. The 1 is Jared Meese, 32, Dallas Daniels. The 20 bike, Van de Kooi, just going over that jump. 95, JD Beach, originally from Washington. The 3 is Briar Bauman, the bridesmaid last year. Actually, I believe he was third here last year. It was Meese was second. Yep. Fisher from Oregon is out there on the 67. Robinson on the 44. 37 is Bronson Bauman, the younger brother. They had mechanical issues. They're working out of the factory U-Haul van tonight. Did you see that?
Factory U-Haul.
That's what I'm calling it. They, if your primary van breaks down, you jump into the factory U-Haul ride.
Got it.
Yeah. It's orange.
Yeah.
It matches our KTM.
Yeah, that's true.
36 is supposed to be out there as well. It's Colby Carlisle, I believe. He might be in this group. We're on the 95 of JD Beach, the TT Master. When I was told after we left Peoria, I can't call him the Duke of Peoria because he's actually from Kentucky, and Kentucky and Duke don't go.
That doesn't go well.
Doesn't go well together. I mean, they're both blue, but that's about it. Right behind him is the 67, Davis Fisher, sponsored by Bob Lanfear's Beaverton Motorcycle Company, and he will be our Grand Marshal for today's event. We'll talk to him in opening ceremonies a little bit, a longtime supporter of the 67 bike. White flag is already out. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Doesn't take long. JD Beach at the top spot, 23.107. Should I write that down or should I wait? One more group.
I'd write it.
All right, Rouse says write it down. Here it goes. There's one more corner left. Here they come. Last lap, last corner, group number 1. And they sound good when they're right there at that start-finish line.
know, of the 3 TTs that we've had this year, I think this is the most physically demanding, don't you?
It's because it's such tight corners.
You're constantly moving on that bike.
I would agree. Tight corners. So what I like what's going on with the Super Twins right now. Fastest in the first round of practice was me. Fastest in the second round of practice was Dallas Daniels. And fastest so far in qualifying is the 95 of JD Beach. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
Mixing it up a little bit. Here comes group number 2. 25 is the Holly Hot Rod Ben Lau from Holly, Michigan. The 10, Johnny Lewis from Pennsylvania. 17, Henry Wiles from Wynn, Michigan. 61, Casey Sisko from Canby, Indiana. 94, Ryan Wells from New York. Slamming Sammy Halbert right there on the screen from Graham, Washington on the 69. Michael Hill, the Missile. The 47 is out there. He's from out here in the Pacific Northwest. He's on a Yamaha. Michael Hill's from Milwaukee, Oregon. 274, Scooter Vernon. He is from Olympia, Washington. The 45, Shelby Miller. Haven't got to see him much this year. He's got a brand new baby out here with him. Shelby from Kirkland, Washington. Good to see Sammy back with us. It's our second group, first round of qualifying here in the Mission Super Twin, sponsored by S&S Cycle. Again, if you're here and you can hear us, the legends are signing autographs for about 45 more minutes back there behind the grandstands. Sammy's up there in the 8th spot. Henry Wiles is up to 6. Scooter Vernon is 7th right now. A pair of Yamahas lead so far. And an Indian, KTM, 2 more Indians, and a KTM. Scooter Vernon's on a KTM out here tonight. Sammy Halbert riding his Indian. Looks like he's almost dragging that pipe in that right-hander, really getting it laid over. Take a look back at one of the laps over the jump. Watch Sammy on the 67. He's right behind the 17 of Wiles. You can see the forks compress really hard, and wow, lands on the throttle.
Man.
The back end almost stepped out from underneath him because
the thing was dancing on him, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's what they teach you to land with the throttle on to keep that suspension light and pull away. He was harder on the gas than I think that the bike wanted to be. Fastest on the track right now is the 17 of Wiles. He's up to 6th. White flag is out.
Was it Ferran Cardus who had the big off there last year?
Here?
Off the jump, yeah.
Ferran went sky flying.
Crashed right out of frame, right?
Yep, and unfortunately he's not here after his crash at the Peoria TT in turn number 1, so he is not here, but he was collected in a multi-rider pile up. There's Wiles, the 17. Scooter Vernon up to 4th. This could be a really good night for him on that 274. That is it for our first round of qualifying. One more round of qualifying to go, and I know the bikes have just pulled off, so I'm going to repeat myself one more time. The Legends autograph session going on behind the grandstands from 4:30 until 5:30 this evening, so head on over there and check it out. Also, ladies are walking around selling the raffle tickets for the PW50. Yamaha Motor Corp donated that Yamaha, and somebody that's here in attendance tonight will win that right after the singles main event. Special thanks to Back on Track, helping riders to get injured in our sport. The greatest sport in the world, American Flat Track. So get your raffle tickets while you're here. Open paddock area is going on from 5:40 until 6:25. 6:30 is opening ceremonies. And our first heat race is scheduled for 6:45. Those 4 Ospreys had the best seat in the house, Ralph. I would like to go up there and join them.
It'd be pretty cool. I don't think they would like to have us up there, though.
Probably not. They'd have the good look at the racetrack. Like they're going to do a few checks on a few things on the racetrack right now.
Chase Elliott fan.
Yeah, got his Castle Rock TT shirt on already. Stop by and see what's going on. A lot of things happening behind the grandstands. Our friends with Kicker are back with us. Lauren's over there with Kicker Performance Audio. Stop by and see the latest and greatest. What's happening?
Yeah, I saw his truck in the parking lot of the hotel last night.
Yep. How can you miss it?
Yeah.
Red, white, and blue.
Good look at the land around the racetrack here. Fans parked everywhere. The pit area is off to the left.
Man, I said last year that there was no place to park, but this year it's filling up just like last year.
It's filling up in a hurry, isn't it? Stay with us. We're going to come back for more. The Castle Rock TT from Castle Rock, Washington in a little bit.
Most of the energy lost through your walls is through your uninsulated studs. Cedar Board's insulated siding from CertainTeed can save you money on energy costs and increase the value of your home. A sustainable green building product, Cedar Board's double 6-inch panel contains 60% recycled content, and all panels are Energy Star rated. Cedar Board's flat, even face, and natural cedar texture create the look of milled, wide board wood siding. Cedar Boards, the perfect balance of beauty and performance.
Cometic Gasket is the official gasket of American Flat Track. For decades, American Flat Track champions have depended on Cometic to seal their engines. Cometic gaskets are the professional standard for racers who demand the very best. For more information, log on to Cometic.com. Cometic Gasket, sealing champions since 1989. Klotz Synthetic Lubricants is proud to be the official lubricant of American Flat Track and 8-time AFT national champion Jared Meese. Family owned and made in America since 1959, Klotz has built its reputation by answering the call of racers and performance enthusiasts who won't settle for anything less than superior synthetic lubricants. Racers and performance buffs around the world rely on Klotz to get them to the checkered flag. Order today at KlotzLube.com.
Mobile View has been providing state-of-the-art LED video screens to sporting and special events throughout the U.S. and Canada since 1999. We use our vast experience of thousands of events to help guide the process of finding the right size screen to help make your event a memorable experience for your fans and sponsors. Arai Helmets started racing in America and flat track, and we've been supporting it ever since. Arai, handcrafted with an obsessive dedication to rider protection. For more information, please visit our website, AraiAmericas.com.
Rent tools and equipment from more than 70 leading brands, plus the full line of CAT machines, big and small. The right equipment, the right technology, the right team. All right when and where you need it. Visit CatRentalStore.com. Whether amateur or pro, VP has a motorcycle fuel to make more power. Keep your race bike cool with Stay Frosty Race Ready Coolant and high performance formula for your street bike. Learn more at VPRacingFuels.com.
This year sees Royal Enfield return for an all-new season of Build, Train, Race, and a big step forward for the Moto Anatomy powered by Royal Enfield team. For the first time, Royal Enfield steps into the Premier class for a full season of AFT racing, this time with a 2-rider team. Meet the racers and check out the machines of both of Royal Enfield's groundbreaking programs. Light Shoe has been building quality steel shoes for flat track racers since 1998. They serve the flat track community worldwide, building custom hot shoes to fit individual needs with the rider's unique style in mind. With more than 25 years of experience and a 1-year unconditional guarantee, you'll know you've made the right choice when your foot touches the ground going into turn 1. Join the Light Shoe crew. You'll be glad you did.
From the flat track to the strip to the street, it's ARP fasteners for your bike. If it's for show or for go, ARP makes the highest quality and most dependable fasteners with strength for performance and good looks. The speed demons of American flat track racing trust ARP for maximum clamping force that leads to victory lane. When failure is not an option, it's ARP-bolts.com, no matter what you drive.
DCT is an automatic transmission. You heard right. The Honda DCT is a fully automatic transmission. For a motorcycle, it'll shift faster than you can, at the right time, right speed, and right RPM. And when you want to shift for yourself, use paddle shifters mounted on the left handlebar. Take a DCT demo on a new Honda Africa Twin and other available models. Schedule your DCT demo right now at Al Lamb's Dallas Honda.
What up, everybody? Welcome to Bob Lanford from Beaverton Motorcycles, where we got the best in the West.
We have everything from sport quads to utility quads, side-by-sides. Got cruisers, got your sport bikes, got your naked bikes right here, got your touring bikes, got your dual sports right here, adventure bikes. We got your dirt bikes right here, right there. We even have used bikes upstairs, all over. So if you like motorsports, power sports, or just scooting around on a little scooter, today is the day, so come get one.
Ink's dry, wind and hair, life is good. That's until an unexpected breakdown screws up your weekend. With Warranty Forever, your motorcycle is literally protected forever. Just follow the maintenance outlined in your agreement and you're free to go. Transmission? Check. Engine? Check. Drive assembly? Check. It's all covered and you're free to go. With no deductibles, no maximum mileage, no maximum ownership, and it covers 100% of parts and labor. Life is back to good, the way it should be. With Warranty Forever, you're free to go. Forever.
There are places that come to life when the sun goes down. Bring on the night. Even the most traveled roads transform in the darkness. The destination may be unknown, but our common bond is evident. The Law Tigers get it. As riders, we live it every day. We're by your side day or night and watch over our own. That's why if you're injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS or visit lawtigers.com. The Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers.
The world's largest motorcycle event, Daytona Bike Week. Bikes, beaches, and the 2024 American Flat Track season opener. The Progressive American Flat Track season opener. A doubleheader at Daytona International Speedway Short Track during Daytona Bike Week.
Al Lamb's Dallas Honda is proud to sponsor the Singles Challenge. No holds barred, winner takes all dash for cash. The payout, a cool $2,500. Al Lamb's Dallas Honda, riding red since 1977. DallasHonda.com.
If bigger is better, then bigger plus tougher plus smarter must equal something pretty special. Something like the all-new Honda Pioneer 1006 Deluxe Crew. This is Honda's very first crew model side-by-side, giving you more seating, more hauling, more towing. Standard hard doors and spacious legroom make entering and exiting the Pioneer 1000 Crew easy. And on the back bench, the center seat is pushed forward to optimize shoulder room and comfort. At the core of the new crew model is a class-leading engine, paired with Honda's exclusive dual-clutch transmission. Featuring a high-low sub-transmission, true engine braking, paddle shifting, and drive modes including a tow-haul mode. And since the DCT uses no belts, belt burnout will never slow you down. The auto-leveling rear suspension ensures optimal handling and comfort, even when you're fully loaded with passengers and gear, while abundant cabin storage keeps your essentials close at hand. Common sense components mean you can work smart and customize your vehicle with ease. This is the first ever Honda Pioneer 1006 Deluxe Crew. Built bigger, tougher, smarter, better. From Honda.
Kicker Performance Audio is your fuel for living loud and a proud sponsor of American Flat Track, the original extreme sport. Now in our 50th year, Kicker has been the world leader in audio gear for cars, trucks, motorcycles, and America's roads. Kicker Audio is living loud. Once again, for the 2023 season, all Progressive American Flat Track classes are running the race-proven DT4 tire from Dunlop. Designed for pro and amateur riders alike, the DT4 has multiple compound options, an aggressive tread pattern, and can be run tubeless for greater overall performance. Dunlop, the official tire of Progressive American Flat Track. Lincoln Welders is the official welder of American Flat Track Racing. When it comes to welding, cutting equipment, and safety apparel, Lincoln Electric is the choice. Go to LincolnElectric.com for all your welding, cutting, and safety apparel needs. And remember to hashtag WeldRed with all your projects.
From the flat track to the strip to the street, it's ARP fasteners for your bike. The speed demons of American Flat Track Racing trust ARP. When failure is not an option, it's ARP-bolts.com.
It's not what we ride that defines us. It's what happens along the way. We may not know where the ride will take us, but one thing's for sure. With the Law Tigers, you never ride alone. If you're injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS, America's motorcycle lawyers.
Scotty, we are getting ready to go racing with the Mission Super Twins, so how about the starting lineup?
On the pole, it's the 32 from Mattoon, Illinois, looking for his first win here in the Premier class, Dallas Daniels. Starting second is his teammate, number 95, J.D. Beach. Starting third is the one of Jared Meese from Florida, and the last bike on the front row, the 3 of Briar Bauman from Salinas, California on that KTM.
Here we go, the 10-second board is up. The 76th running of the world-famous Peoria TT about to get underway. The Mission Foods Super Twins on the line. Daniels, Beach, Bauman, and Meese ready to battle it out here at the TT. We're underway. Beach right to the front. Estenson Yamaha's running 1 and 2. Meese goes way up into the loose stuff. Can he find something to work up there? No, he's back to 4th. Over the jump they go. Beach is out front. Can he break away from his teammate Dallas Daniels? Oh, and look at that, Vanderkoy coming up inside of Meese, and Jared's gonna lose another spot. No, he just fights back as they cross the start-finish line and sit up to go into turn number 1.
There goes Briar up to the way outside.
Way outside, didn't he?
Well, he wants to let that thing eat. That's the way to do it. Go up there and turn the rear and point the bike down the long straightaway, get a drive.
This is a big advantage for Dallas Daniels in the championship, and the fact that he's in front of Meese right now, but he's also got Bauman between him and Meese. He'd love to see Vanderkoy get in front of Meese as well. Every one of those spaces that he can kick Jared back one makes a big impact in the points here today.
It sure does. So now, do you go in conservation mode, or do you go to try to attack your teammate?
Well, he's got to, because he needs to win if he can to maximize the points. There are, however, no team orders between the Estenson crew, as you would expect.
Exactly. There goes Briar looking for a way through. He's up there to the 3rd spot right now, trying to catch up these 2 Yamahas.
J.D. Beach has been one of the absolute best TT racers in recent years and has just absolutely dominated this genre of the competition. Won at Arizona earlier this year, had Peoria and Castle Rock circled on his calendar, trying to knock off Peoria today. Castle Rock coming up in just a couple of weeks. Make sure you get those tickets. We'll see you there.
Briar made a mistake right there in that corner. Went a little bit too wide.
Kristen, J.D. Beach right where he expected to be here at Peoria, at the front with everybody behind him.
Guys, for JD Beach, after winning 7 of the last 8 TTs in the AFT Series, anything less than a win could have been considered disappointing. I asked him what it's like to carry that pressure. He said, listen, I'm going out there to do the best that I can. I try not to think about it. I don't want to have that pressure on my shoulders in the main event. Now, looking towards Dallas Daniels, he's running with 13 consecutive podiums. That number is astounding. And to maintain that level of consistency, he has not been off the podium the entire season. Guys, this may go down as one of the toughest Peoria TT races to date.
And give the credit to his mechanics on that number 32 as well, because not only has he ridden well, but the bike has performed well to get him on the podium at each and every round.
Yeah, anything can happen. Keep going. Keep charging. Go after the 95.
And Jared Mees knows that as well, sitting back there in 4th. Just got to keep doing what I'm doing and hope that the cards play my way before this thing is done. But right now, boy, JD Beach is just looking spectacular. Going back and taking a look at some of the big moments here at the Peoria TT. There's the number 69, the Kentucky kid, Nicky Hayden, taking the win at the 54th running of this prestigious event back in 2002. He started on the 3rd row, passed his brother Tommy and his brother Roger Lee on his way to the win, passed J.R. Schnabel on the last lap for the victory. Just 4 years later, he'd go on to become the MotoGP World Champion. And look who's out in front leading here at the 76th running, another kid from Kentucky, JD Beach. 1 minute, 2 laps to go.
Go by Fisher. Fisher gets out of the way, going up to the jump.
And Jared has lost sight of Briar Bauman.
He must have been having some problems where he might be trying to conserve what he's got at the moment.
Well, the one thing Jared can't afford is to lose another spot to Vanderkoy, who's about 4 seconds behind him.
Correct.
So Jared might just be figuring, I'm going to stay here and protect this 4th position. 30 seconds and 2 laps to go. Might have to go around one more time before they see the 2 laps to go.
Yeah, it's about 26-second laps, so it's going to be at least one more time. It will be one more time. Hit by Robinson.
Where are you going, Dallas?
Currently 9th.
Briar trying to get up there to capitalize on it.
Oh, no.
Dallas to the inside. And, that helped out Briar. That hurt Briar and helped out Dallas big time there.
And Robinson and Briar are good friends. It's just
he didn't do it on purpose.
No, they're racing for a position 100%. Too. You know, he doesn't want to let anybody else go past him.
And they're going to see the clocks go to 0, so it'll be 2 laps to go this time by. Well, actually, that would have to go to. There it is, 2 to go, because it's first got to go to JD before it goes to Dallas. So it depends on where that. It is time now for the progressive race to the checkers, and it is on with 2 laps remaining here. Dallas Daniels and Briar Bauman fighting over 2nd. Championship so much in the balance. Oh, no! Down goes Dallas. He tucked the front wheel. Oh, and Jared can't believe what he's seeing as he rolls past. He cannot believe it.
We're still racing. We haven't seen a red flag yet. The white flag is out.
Not sure if Dallas is okay.
No red flag. Now the red flag comes out.
There's the red flag. Oh, my. Heartbreak.
And JD just saw who it was.
He was doing everything right, and there's Steve Moorhead to check on him.
Watch the front end right about here. He hits the little bump on the inside of the track. He hit the bump on the inside of the track.
Kind of dribbled the front wheel a little bit, and then it tucked.
Briar almost followed him right into it. Watch, there's something on the inside of the track right there.
Look at it compress.
And there goes the splits, and there he goes down to the ground. And Briar just about hits him, does an excellent job of staying off of Dallas.
Fortunately, it was a low slide, so he's okay. Jared Mees knows all about this. His championship rival saw the same problem happen to him at Arizona. Scotty, the difference was he was able to keep his Indian running.
Yeah, he grabbed that clutch as soon as he could, picked the bike up and got going, salvaged a 6th place finish. What can Dallas do today?
He only lost 1 spot that day. 2, what will Dallas do here? And remember, he's also got that streak of finishing on the podium 13 straight races. So he's going to start, would we say, 7th?
It depends on what they do. I believe there's only 7 bikes on the lead lap, so he should be starting back to 6th.
All right, Kristen, what can you tell us?
Guys, as we get ready to take off for a green-white checkered, I checked in with the Essence and Racing Yamaha team. They did get the shifter back on the bike. However, it's getting hung up on the casing on the outside of the bike. They said he's just going to have to jam it down to get it into the gear he wants it. But guys, he is back out on track, ready to go for it.
Scotty, I count him in 7th, just in front of Johnny Lewis.
He's the last bike on the lead lap, so stay out there.
How many can he get here on the start? There you see the 32 farthest outside, and we're underway. And he's going to get around Lewis already. And in front of Lewis will be Henry Wiles. He goes after Henry. Now he's looking to get inside of Vanderkoy.
Oh, he almost
lost it again.
Beach
Here he
up
comes.
the jump.
Welcome back to the American Flat Track Series as the AFT singles class heads out onto track for their session. I just spoke with Chase Sadoff, who's been doing so well today. I asked him what's making you so comfortable on this Castle Rock TT. He said, I grew up on tracks like this. I grew up TT racing, and to come up here on a really racy TT track that has been reimagined recently by Chris Carter is so much fun, guys.
Definitely helps to have some confidence and be having fun out there. Chase Sadoff was second quick in the last round of qualifying, seeking and better that right now. The 21 is the man to beat right now with a 2.983. The 21 is Trevor Bruner. Sadoff out front. The Turner Racing American Honda leads the way on the 88 bike. Tom Drain right behind him on the 59. The 1 is Cody Kopp, 18 Max Whale, 48 Trent Lowe, 79 Dalton Gauthier, last year's winner. The 13 Mishler, 49 Chad Coase, his teammate 19 James Ott, 82 Travis Pettin, 26 Aiden Rusev, 63 Jared Lowe, 51 Zabala, 75 Santero, and the 24 Hunter Bowers. We saw one bike stopped over there outside of what's normally turn number 3 on a short track. Maybe he was just trying to let everybody else go on by. It did put some more moisture on the racetrack when we were away watching last year's race. Actually, last week's race at Peoria. It's a good battle right here. Honda, Yamaha, and KTM out there on the racetrack. Turn number 4 of the short track here. They come back onto the front straightaway. Hitting the rev limiter right before they let off the throttle. A couple of bikes are downshifting 2 gears. Some of them are just downshifting once. You want to have the pull off this really tight corner, especially going up the jump. Grab another gear. There's the bomber, Tom Drain. Almost won last weekend. Made a mistake with 2 laps to go and let the number 1 of Cody Kopp sneak on through up the inside, and Kopp would take the win. Let's check in once again with Kristen Beat. Kristen.
Yeah, Scotty, guys have been talking all day about the changes made to this track. One of the major changes being how they made all of the turns just a little bit wider. And you know what that means?
Means more passing, hopefully. A little bit wider corners, just like Kristen pointed out. They have spread out the corners, too. It's a lot longer racetrack than it was before. Checkered flag is out here in our first group. So far, Bruner's been the fastest in both practice sessions and now both qualifying sessions. A 2:3.029, so just a little bit off of what he was a few moments ago in that first round of qualifying at 2:2.983. Again, 2 groups in our AFT singles class. Parts Unlimited AFT singles class, sponsored by Kicker. Our friends with Kicker are here in attendance. Stop by and see what they got going on. Usually they got some free stuff over there. I don't know if Lauren has any more free stuff left or if it's already been taken, but stop by and see what's happening at Kicker Performance Audio just behind the grandstands. Legends autograph session going on from 4:30 until 5:30. That's behind the grandstands as well as group number 2 rolls onto the racetrack. 166 Logan Eisenhart, 216 Declan Bender. Those two battling for the Rookie of the Year. 151 Cole Fredrickson. 151 is from Snohomish, Washington. 55 Tyler Raggio. 155 Olin Kistler from right here in Castle Rock. 38 Tanner Dean. And 38 is actually from out here. His name's left off of the rider entry list, but he's out here from the Pacific Northwest. Scooter Vernon, talked to him a few moments ago. He's going to concentrate on his Super Twins bike. 132 Bronson Pierce won an AMA Supermoto race last Tuesday up in Sturgis, South Dakota, so he's been all over the place. He's racing a Supermoto about an hour and a half north of here tomorrow. 186 Jacob Vanderkoy. 264 is the General Ryan Sipes. 174 is Ray Handy. 275 is Ryan Hyatt. 195 Clayton Williams. 233 Christian Spurgeon. And the 194 has been fast today. That is Dominic Cameron. And Dominic Cameron, the 194 is from Rainier, Oregon. Doing it for Cameron Power Sports. If I was in this group, I'd try to latch onto somebody that knows their way around this racetrack and maybe one of the local riders. There's this 166 of Eisenhardt. Kistler right behind him, and there comes the 55 of Tyler Raggio. Raggio actually probably has quite a few races here as well. Growing up in California, might have made the journey up here to race quite a few times. You have a 3-digit number, means you probably in your first year of flat track, or you haven't quite yet made a main event yet, or making your way back to flat track. A couple of different options to have a 3-digit number. Dominic Cameron, the 194, moves up to 14th on that lap. A 23.427, so 0.4 of a second off. Olin Kistler pulls out of the way and lets this group of riders go. He wants to have a little clear racetrack, so he'll have to give up one full lap right there, and this is the white flag lap, so he's going to have to put in a burner on this one. Fredrickson up to 5th on the 151. Gautier to the top spot, 23.029. We've got a new fast time, and it's right there, that last lap by the 79, last year's winner, 23.029. Bruner's still faster in that first round of qualifying, but how about Gautier finding some speed on the 79 KTM? Overall, Trevor is fastest from that first round, 22.983, but Dalton throwing in a quick lap, just one lap ago on the 79 bike. He was last year's winner, the 79. He's feeling pretty confident. I talked to those folks earlier today. They're pitted just outside the production truck. So Gautier fastest here in this second round of qualifying. And that is it for the singles. Super Twins are up next, 2 groups of them. There is your second round of qualifying. Gautier, 23.029. Bruner, 23.117. Drain, a 23.142. Tanner Dean, a 23.186. That is pretty good for a rider who says he's retired from Progressive American Flat Track. Fredrickson up there 5th. Trent Lowe, Maxwell, Declan Bender, Cody Kopp, and Chase Sadoff back in the 10th spot. So they made some changes, maybe went the wrong way. Final round of qualifying for your Mission Super Twins roll out onto the racetrack. We'll have 2 groups, and they're up to speed right now on the front straightaway. There's the 3 of Briar Bauman on the KTM. The 1 is Jared Meese, 32 Dallas Daniels, 95 JD Beach, 67 Davis Fisher, 44 Brandon Robinson, the 20 is Jared Vandequay, 37 Bronson Bauman, and the 36 is Colby Carlisle. Not sure where they split the running order, because last time out, Sammy was out there in the first group. Briar Bauman got first win of the in history for a twin-cylinder KTM was at the Lima Half Mile. Actually, the 3rd in the Premier class. Chris Carr won the first 2 on KTM singles, one at the Cow Palace and one at the Springfield Short Track. So there's been 3 wins by KTMs in the Premier class. Briar, the first to do it on a twin-cylinder KTM. JD Beach, 22.975. That is the quickest lap for any twin rider. Last time by for the 95, originally from Washington, now calls Philpott, Kentucky home. Meese is up there 3rd right now. There's the jammer, Jared Meese, your points leader by 5 points coming into tonight. Needs a solid finish here tonight to help his chances to win that championship when they go to the Springfield Mile. And Meese moves up to 2nd, 23.186. Now slides back to 3rd. Just here comes Dallas Daniels. Daniels up to 2nd, 23.172. JD right behind him on the 95, but JD's last lap was the fastest of the day, 22.822. That is even faster than the singles are going now, so JD is finding some speed out here in this last round of qualifying. That's the fastest lap of the night. Not this last lap, but the lap before that for the 95. Now he's chasing his teammate, Dallas Daniels, 2nd in the points. Looking pretty strong in that 32. The 95 looking very strong. 22.822. That front straightaway. Checkered flag is out. One more group to go and qualifying will be complete. 22.822. Fastest lap we've seen all day long was just out there. The 95. JD Beach now has quick time in both sessions, but that's the quickest lap we have seen. Ralph Shaheen, JD Beach looking faster and faster every time he goes out there.
Not really surprising, right? I mean, the guy has just got the TT thing figured out. He's been the guy to beat each and every time we've showed up at a TT. And to be honest, Scotty, I really didn't think anybody else who's going to be at the top of the board as I was headed out here.
Yeah, I didn't either. And Dallas is looking like he's found something too at 2:3.120. Jared Meese is third, 2:3.186. His group number 2, final group of qualifying is on the racetrack. 25, Ben Lau. On the screen is the 17 of Henry Wiles. He's the winningest TT rider in American Flat Track. The 10 is Johnny Lewis on the Royal Enfield. 61, Casey Sisko on the Harley-Davidson. Sammy Halbert, I said all day he was riding an Indian. I was incorrect. That is a Yamaha MT-07. And he was hard at work when I stepped out into the pits just a few moments ago and trying to get that Yamaha dialed in. He's got a lot of people over there in his pit area helping him out. But he is on a Yamaha today. I said Indian earlier. That was my mistake.
What is Henry's total win in TTs?
I don't know about TTs. He has 30 total wins in the Premier class.
Well, we know almost half of those came at Peoria, just about, right?
Yeah, 14 of them.
Yeah.
And he also was very strong at the Springfield TT and
right.
short track. He won out there on the West Coast. We went to Salinas. So
without knowing for a fact, let's just say he's got 20. Is that fair?
Possibly, yeah.
Probably close, right?
Definitely.
All right, let's just say he's got 20, and JD is at 8 of 9.
I don't think it's quite that many. We'll have to do some research when we got a little break in the action, but it's quite a few.
He's at least at 7.
Yes.
I thought he was at 8, but let's say 7.
Mm-hmm.
So if JD decides to stick around, could he
definitely
stack that number up?
Yeah,
and become that guy?
He could. I don't know if he can reel off as many consecutive races as Wiles did or as Chris Carr did at one particular race, but he's doing it at every track we go to.
He's basically winning every TT we go to.
Pretty close. And we know that JD is going road racing next weekend.
Yeah.
In Pittsburgh.
Right, with Moto America.
Correct. He's going to go see Brad Jones and his family.
Visit the tree.
Scooter Vernon up to 6th in this round. He was 4th after the first round. Scooter Pacific Northwest rider, the 274 from Olympia, Washington, doing for Hovey Racing. Stacy Richmond, Savage Customs. He's got a bunch of sponsors. There's the 274 KTM. So he's just going to focus on the twin right now. He was happy with his performance on the twin. 6th here in this second round of qualifying. And 6th overall, it looks like, too. So good run for Scooter Vernon. His career best finish in the main event's 13th. So might be a record night for him.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So that is it for practice and qualifying. There's your results from the second round of qualifying. JD Beach at the top spot, 2:2.822. So he will be our fast qualifier and pick up $500 from the Pronto Parts Plus Pole Award. Dallas Daniels second, Jared Meese is third, Breyer is 4th, Robinson up there 5th. I'm surprised at that. Robinson does not typically like the TTs, and he's up there 5th. Scooter Vernon 6th, Sammy Halbert 7th, Van de Koy's 8th, Henry Wiles is 9th, and the Flying Tomato, Colby Carlisle rounding out your top 10. And you got Ben Lau, Johnny Lewis, Davis Fisher off the pace a little bit. For me, he's back there in 13th. I expected him to do a little bit better. Cisco's up there 14th, Michael Hill, Ryan Wells, Bronson Bauman. They have just had hauler troubles and struggling right now a little bit in the 17th spot. Shelby Miller out here rounding out your field in 18th. The Super Twins will have 2 heat races, no last chance qualifier.
Davis Fisher races really well. I don't think he's going to finish that bad.
I don't think so either. Yeah, when it's go time, when you line them up, you really go to work.
He races well.
There's a look at the kidney bean shaped Castle Rock TT. It's the Certainteed Castle Rock TT presented by Law Tigers. Again, the Legends autograph session going on for just a few more moments right behind the grandstands. Stop by and check that out. Also, if you're hungry, if you want a steak, it's I don't know of any racetracks that serve steaks, but I had one earlier from the Pit Crew Cafe. It is outside turns number 1 and 2. Get yourself a steak. As we are done now with practice and qualifying. The open paddock is coming up here real soon. On my schedule, it is going on from 5:40 until 6:25. They may open that a little bit sooner, so if you want to come on down into the pits, you can pay extra to come into the pits for the entire night, but you can also come in for free from 5:40 until 6:25. Opening ceremonies tonight are at 6:30 to 6:45. Our first heat race is at 6:45. Again, 2 classes racing with us tonight. And don't
Should have
forget,
gone on over there and had Mert Lawwell sign something. I don't have a Mert Lawwell autograph on.
We got some time right now.
Yeah.
So don't forget, get your raffle tickets from the Back on Track ladies. They're walking around selling raffle tickets. And thanks to Yamaha for donating that PW50. And that will be given away right before our Super Twins main event, possibly before the singles main event. So get your raffle tickets while you can. All right, so they're going to go ahead and open up the pit walk right now, and look at that. There's the flag man.
How about that?
Yeah, that's not Big P's flag man. That guy on the right is a crazy flag man. He really gets into it. I've seen him at some of the other nationals. There he is right there. Yeah, guys are out here having some fun. So, again, they're going to open up the pit area right now. If you want to go down there and meet your favorite rider, you can do so right now or after the races tonight. Open paddock going on until 6:25. Opening ceremonies at 6:30 out here at the Mount St. Helens Motorcycle Club. We'll take a quick break. Actually, it's a long break. When we come back, opening ceremonies at 6:30 on the West Coast time. We'll see you in a little bit.
DCT is an automatic transmission. You heard right. The Honda DCT is a fully automatic transmission. For a motorcycle, it'll shift faster than you can, at the right time, right speed, and right RPM. And when you want to shift for yourself, use paddle shifters mounted on the left handlebar. Take a DCT demo on a new Honda Africa Twin and other available models. Schedule your DCT demo right now at Al Lamb's Dallas Honda.
Everything we do at the track shapes what we build for the street and the dirt.
You can see how bad these guys want it. A race to the line.
For us, racing is not for the trophies or the glory. We compete because it makes everything we do faster, more durable, and tested to a higher standard. For S&S, racing is the ultimate in proven performance, and we've been proving it since 1958.
There it is, dude.
Mobile View has been providing state-of-the-art LED video screens to sporting and special events throughout the U.S. and Canada since 1999. We use our vast experience of thousands of events to help guide the process of finding the right size screen to help make your event a memorable experience for your fans and sponsors.
Brought to you by Yamaha. On the track, on the trail, or out on the open road. Check out Yamaha's full line of class-defining, adventure-seeking motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-side vehicles at YamahaMotorsports.com. Cometic Gasket is the official gasket of American Flat Track. For decades, American Flat Track champions have depended on Cometic to seal their engines. Cometic gaskets are the professional standard for racers who demand the very best. For more information, log on to Cometic.com. Cometic Gasket, sealing champions since 1989. Klotz Synthetic Lubricants is proud to be the official lubricant of American Flat Track and 8-time AFT national champion Jared Meese. Family owned and made in America since 1959, Klotz has built its reputation by answering the call of racers and performance enthusiasts who won't settle for anything less than superior synthetic lubricants. Racers and performance buffs around the world rely on Klotz to get them to the checkered flag. Order today at KlotzLube.com.
Drag Specialties welcomes race fans. At Drag Specialties, our commitment to riding is a way of life. That's why we want to remind you that when you're ready to tackle maintenance or add performance and style to your ride, make your first stop a local dealer who stocks products from Drag Specialties. Drag Specialties. Enjoy the races.
This year sees Royal Enfield return for an all-new season of Build, Train, Race, and a big step forward for the Moto Anatomy powered by Royal Enfield team. For the first time, Royal Enfield steps into the Premier class for a full season of AFT racing, this time with a 2-rider team. Meet the racers and check out the machines of both of Royal Enfield's groundbreaking programs.
Sometimes you just don't need one of these. Sometimes all you really need is one of these. Rent whatever you need from people to do whatever it takes. Go to catrentalstore.com. Let's do the work.
Most of the energy lost through your walls is through your uninsulated studs. Cedar Board's insulated siding from CertainTeed can save you money on energy costs and increase the value of your home. A sustainable green building product, Cedar Board's double 6-inch panel contains 60% recycled content, and all panels are Energy Star rated. Cedar Board's flat, even face, and natural cedar texture create the look of milled, wide board wood siding. Cedar Boards, the perfect balance of beauty and performance.
There are places that come to life when the sun goes down. Bring on the night. Even the most traveled roads transform in the darkness. The destination may be unknown, but our common bond is evident. The Law Tigers get it. As riders, we live it every day. We're by your side day or night and watch over our own. That's why if you're injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS or visit lawtigers.com. The Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers.
Ink's dry, wind and hair, life is good. That's until an unexpected breakdown screws up your weekend. With Warranty Forever, your motorcycle is literally protected forever. Just follow the maintenance outlined in your agreement and you're free to go. Transmission? Check. Engine? Check. Drive assembly? Check. It's all covered and you're free to go. With no deductibles, no maximum mileage, no maximum ownership, and it covers 100% of parts and labor. Life is back to good, the way it should be. With Warranty Forever, you're free to go. Forever.
The world's largest motorcycle event, Daytona Bike Week. Bikes, beaches, and the 2024 American Flat Track season opener. The Progressive American Flat Track season opener. A doubleheader at Daytona International Speedway Short Track during Daytona Bike Week. For over 3/4 of a century, racers have flocked to this picturesque Illinois landmark to try their hand at a place called Thunder Valley. Some have succeeded, and some have failed. The Progressive American Flat Track presents the 76th running of the Peoria TT.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the SC2 Peoria TT presented by Country Saloon. It's the 76th running here in Thunder Valley of this incredible event. I'm Ralph Shaheen alongside my good buddy Scotty Dubler. Scotty, this is without a doubt one of the most unique racing venues you'll find anywhere in the world.
It's in the valley. There's no bad seat. You can see the entire racetrack. You can go under the racetrack in 2 different places to get to the middle. You can go up on the hill. You can see every bit of this racetrack.
Another person that is extremely excited to be here today at Peoria is our 3rd member of the broadcast crew, Kristen Beat.
Guys, the Peoria TT is a living time capsule. There's so much history here. 76 years of annual racing. You drive down into the valley and fans blanket the hills, excited to cheer on their favorite riders. Some 3rd-generation fans who have cheered on everyone from Carr to Mies to Wiles, even now Dallas Daniels and JD Beach. And guys, there is a real sense of community and fanship here in Peoria, and the riders can feel that too.
This place is so legendary. It's cool to come back. I've only raced here 3 times, so I haven't had that much time on this racetrack, but I always like coming here because of my moto background, and yeah, stoked to send it off the jump and see all the fans up on the hill.
For me, I think for all the riders, I think it's one of the best TTs of the world, and when you ride like this, it's the feeling, it's nice because the traction and the speed, and that's amazing.
It's definitely pretty cool. You know, you just like, you're sitting out on the starting line or you're like riding around the track doing your little like cool down lap, and you just look around and see all the fans. And you know, this is kind of a hometown race for me. It's like 2 hours away from my house, so I know a lot of people here, and I always kind of try to spot people out. But when you're sitting on the starting line, all you can see is just people just up the hill and everywhere. You know, it's a really cool feeling.
It's special. You know, the history. It's I think 76 years. And it's basically the same motorcycle racetrack, and it's just cool to be able to be pushing it, you know, coming down that hill. We're hitting, I was looking at GPS for over 70 mile an hour. After we hit the jump down the hill, we're over 90 down the front straightaway. So in a little valley, it's pretty fast.
Scotty, let's turn our attention quickly to the Parts Unlimited AFT Singles presented by Kicker.
One rider that's got things turned around last weekend in New Jersey is Maxwell, and coming here, he's got some momentum because he's won here the last 2 years in a row.
Here's Kristen with more on Max.
Maxwell has won here at the Peoria TT 2 times in his career on the singles bike. Max, in what ways does that influence your confidence and approach?
Yeah, I mean, it does for sure. I feel really good here. It's close to my American house, you know, so it's nice to have all my American friends and family. My mum and dad are here too, but needless to say, I love the track, just the venue, and it's awesome. I love this place, so let's get that second win of the year.
Let's take a look at the singles highlights from earlier today, beginning with the Pronto Parts Plus Pole Award, which went to the reigning champ, Cody Kopp, $500 to him. He was on the front row at the start of this heat race, but the heat races in this category were all about the blue bikes. Trevor Bruner on the Estenson Yamaha gets the early start here. Kopp would have to battle with Sadoff. They make contact with the wheels. Both riders keep it upright, but coming to the checkers is Bruner on the 21. He wins heat race number 1. On to heat race number 2. And it would be another blue bike. This time it's the blue crew member, the 59, Tom Drain. The young Australian gets out in front of his fellow countryman here, Maxwell, and Drain would win this one, and the blue crew sweeps the heat races, Scotty.
Yeah, they both look really strong. That sets them up for a front row starting spot in the main and for the Outland Dallas Honda Challenge.
But here they would have to fight through those Red Bull KTMs. Bruner gets out front, but look at Whale get to the inside on the 18. Kopp joins him, and then these two would get awful close together as the teammates almost touch, coming out of 4. And to the checkers, it's Maxwell. That's a look at the early action here at Peoria. Stay with us. When we come back, the singles be lined up and ready to race. The Progressive American Flat Track Series is brought to you by Mission Foods. Mission has you covered with race day recipes that are too fast, too tasty. And by Yamaha Motor Corporation, an official OEM partner of Progressive American Flat Track. Welcome back to the Peoria Motorcycle Club's 76th running of the Peoria TT. Let's go down trackside. Here's Kristen with a pre-race report.
Joe, mountains and valleys here throughout your career. How does your experience here at the Peoria TT affect how you're coaching both Max and Cody?
Yeah, I got a lot of seat time here, and like you say, some really good days, some really tough days, but this is just one of those tracks. It'll bite you. I mean, you can ride it hard and aggressive, and that's kind of what we're, pushing on the riders is just be aggressive out there, not with other riders, but more on the bike itself. And, don't ride too timid because this place will bite you, but it's a tough one at times.
How do you balance that, riding with caution, but then also trying to push forward?
That's the thing. You ride with too much caution here, it will bite you, and I've experienced it myself along with many others. So I think the overall more consistent path is just ride aggressive. Don't be intimidated by this place, but you come up to that jump, it's hard not to be intimidated or, any other feature with this track. But it's a fine balance. It's who can do it the best,
All right, well, thanks so much, Joe.
Scotty, the riders are out on the siding lap. How about the starting lineup?
On the poles, the 21 of Trevor Bruner from Aurora, Indiana, the 59 Tom Drain from Australia, the 1 of Cody Kopp from Michael Washington, the 18 of Maxwell from Australia. That is your front row. Row 2, 88 Chase Sadoff, 48 Trent Lowe, 79 Dalton Gauthier, and the Spanish champ, 377 Ferran Carduz.
This young man has never been here, but already he's won a heat race and he was a top 3 qualifier.
Amazing.
This man here, $2,500 richer already today.
That was his first challenge race win of the season.
He's already pocketed $500.
Yeah, fast qualifier, and there's Bruner.
And this man's won a heat race.
Looking for his first win of the season.
That is a stout front row. The prestigious Peoria TT, the 76th edition of this incredible event for the Parts Unlimited AFT Singles presented by Kicker, about to get underway. It's been all about Monster Energy, Estenson Yamaha versus Red Bull KTM. Problems for Cody Kopp. Problems for the number 1. Now he got it started the last second and we're underway. And Kopp is right in the thick of it. Yamaha leads it into 1. KTM moves into 3rd.
And Kopp slides into the 3rd spot after barely getting his hand on the handlebar.
Here we come to the ski jump for the first time, and it's Tom Drain that leads the field over the hill. Drain down into the corner now to the left with Bruner right behind him. And then it's the KTM after that.
Both the two out front won their heat race. The track's totally different than it was earlier today.
And Max Whale has slipped all the way back to about 6, but here comes Kopp. There's Whale back behind the Turner Hondas.
They're going up there checking out the high line now. They're not even on the groove.
Oh,
Watch
man,
out,
contact back there.
Ferran almost came off the motorcycle. Still green.
Boy, there was a lot of contact back there. It got a real sketchy coming to the ski jump, but everybody seems to have survived. And here comes Whale already now back around Sadoff, closing in on Bruner.
Bruner just scrubbed the front end a little bit right there. I thought he was going to lose a little bit of time, but he gets it pointed the right direction.
Man, look at Bruner, gets all the way out to the hillside, slaps that rear tire off the hill.
I think that's happening because they've changed the racetrack. They're up there searching for some traction.
Well, looking way outside. Here's Kopp on the 1, back there in second. He was 0.5 of a second behind the last time by. Now he cuts 1/10 of a second off of Drain's lead. Watch how crazy this is back here. Go back about 6-7 spots back. Here's Kopp doing everything he can to keep that thing. But look to the right here. Watch to the right how sketchy things get back in here.
That was Max. Got off the groove in that back end. Came almost around on him. Had to chop the throttle. He stood him up out of the seat. He did it again right there. So just off the groove is a little bit tricky off of that final corner.
Carduce way back there in the 377. The Spanish rider back in 8th takes it all the way out to the grass. Kopp is right on the back of Drain. Here he comes inside. Cody Kopp pushing Tom Drain and takes the lead before they get to the jump.
Got him.
Cody Kopp, whose dad won here. Big Smokin' Joe taking a victory here at Peoria, seeing his son out front here today as they come onto the front straightaway. 5 minutes, 40 seconds, and 2 laps to go.
Joe Kopp won here, 97.
Whale inside of Bruner. That's a move for 3rd. And Red Bull KTM now runs 1st and 3rd with the Monsterback Essence and Yamaha's 2nd and 4th.
Back to Joe Kopp. He won here,